Well, hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the members stream. This is a very special episode of the members stream because we're going to record this one for Nerdrotic Live. So be on your worst behavior. Absolute worst. And here is the link. Have your headphones, questions, and your comments, complaints, and as always, compliments are accepted. As we get people rolling in, waiting for connections. There's Ginger. Hello, Stargate 404.
I promise to be on my best behavior.
There's
like, don't want to get your channel nuked or anything, right? I promise to be on my best behavior. Oh, no. Like, don't want to get your channel nuked or anything, right? I'm hearing myself and I don't like it.
Doesn't have their headphones on, Sven. There we go. Ace is always, he's always.
Hey.
What's up, Clobber Times? What's up, Cash? What's up, Justin? Stargate 404.
Hey. Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I'm still Trek. I forgot I'm still Trek, so not times.
So okay.
From last night's show. I forget.
Is that better? You were talking Trek last night?
Every Saturday night, reviewing all of real Star Trek 66 through 05 only. We're still so take a while. We're doing
As Mueller would say, link is in the description.
Am I loud?
You're good.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Good. Volume's good.
So is this a meeting of the Geode fan club?
I mean, I like rocks as much as the next person, but...
Yeah, you fire Gina Carano and you follow it up with a rock. I mean,
I was just in the middle of making a comment on Twitter about that. Somebody had made a comparison between Geode and Geodude, and I Googled it. And doesn't Nintendo own Pokemon? Doesn't Nintendo like to sue people?
But Geode is just a rock. That's not the thing. And at least Geodude has a face. Geodude is inherently a better character than Geode.
No, but the name wise, it's really similar. That's what I'm saying.
No, Geode is a word.
Well, as a rock person, I feel
Yes.
culturally appropriated.
yes. Yeah, for sure. The thing.
My rock looks cooler. I'm just
I
going to
bet that rock can't say it's clobbering time, though.
Yeah.
This rock's like millions of years. This rock used to be a fucking tree, man.
Is that petrified wood?
It is petrified wood.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was a tree. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where these people are getting the idea that a rock is a character. Because it's your code.
Petrified wood is a rock with character, but it's not
I
a
resemble that
character.
remark.
No. Rocks are what they're used to writing. So, they're just taking the visual representation of what they usually write.
Are they used to writing rocks or are they used to writing planks of wood?
Planks of wood implies that there's some life in it. And
It's a forest of misery.
Yes. I'm looking forward to shrubberies next. My favorite part about that little audio commercial that they pulled was Leo Degassi flies a vessel called Vessel.
The vessel.
Dear God.
He's in this area called space that we call
Space. Reminds me of George of the Jungle and Ape Named Ape.
Yeah, the lowest effort. The story group is trolling people. They have to be trolling people at this point. I mean,
it's a little sad.
No, Star Wars is lame now.
Yeah.
It's just you know what? I think we should send about 1,000 80s jocks to Lucasfilm to give everybody a wedgie over there.
One would do the trick.
Also, make sure to do some swirly action. Got to involve the toilet.
I was
a little
about
bit.
to say swirlies. Yeah. Flip them upside down, dunk them, flush.
Get their loose change for lunch.
I just don't get it. Like, these guys are professional writers. How in the world are they this lame? Like,
Professional
I'm writing my own book,
but
and I
are
have to come
they?
up with like
Are they
names, interesting things, and I have no background in writing, for college. So I'm just like,
It's because they weren't hired for their writing skills, or if they were, it was because they wrote a good episode of Gossip.
Oh no.
Well, I would agree they're
oh,
pros.
God.
Don't you think she looks tired?
Gary,
It's a face of
I
iron.
don't want to
Gary?
comment on her looks. I just want to comment on her plastic surgery and the failures that happened.
Straight in.
Yeah. So yeah, right below those eyes, what people used to call, eyelids. Yeah, those are gone on her. That's just plastic. Yeah. So that's a failed attempt at trying to look younger.
Oh yeah, she does have a ton of work.
Oh yeah, just open your eyes for a bit.
Let's pull that back up again. Yeah, I never like looking, to be honest with you, but I don't look at Kathleen Kennedy that hard. But yeah,
Real humans don't look like that when they age.
especially her nose. Her nose is it's turning into like Michael Jackson nose.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking of when I was looking at it. It was like, it's
She's
like a scary movie, Michael Jackson.
She's done the thing on her lip
Two
too.
little black rice pieces for her nostrils.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a Who from Whoville.
Now that you said that, I can't unsee it, and I don't like this.
Human beings normally have like folds over here. She's gotten stuff to make that sort of disappear. You can see it's failing on one side.
Yep.
I don't even. She's thinking about her neck, but she's afraid to do it.
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
damn it! I broke it. Not supposed to do the looks, just supposed to. Sorry, Gary, I failed. This isn't worthy of public.
Okay, I'm looking for a picture of her here's a picture of her young. And yeah. I would say there's a little bit of work done. Oh no.
That woman has so much dirt on Disney.
Yeah.
When he came out and was like praising her for her genius, I was like, what has he got?
Oh, that looks like a person.
Yeah.
She looks fine here. Like, she looks normal. She's got that funky haircut that everybody used to have.
I really need some deets on the nose now because I'm going to be thinking about that in my nightmares.
You're welcome.
Don't like it, Father.
Roger Rabbit looks more lifelike than she does now.
Did they try to cancel Roger Rabbit
That's
though?
far more personality.
I know they changed one of the cartoon characters in an upcoming film. I forget the name, but they were doing a side by side of like her in Space Jam and
Lola
the new one.
Bunny.
Oh yeah, the bunny lady.
That's Michelle Rejwan right there, the elusive Michelle Rejwan. Is that Oh, it's a lightsaber microphone. Okay, never
Oh. Nice.
That's kind of cool, actually. Not gonna lie. I would like to have that.
Yeah, it is. With apologies, it just made me think of Kurt Metzger's description of WandaVision on Friday Night Tights. With apologies to Ginger, which I'm still laughing about to this day. It's about a woman whose vibrator broke.
Oh, dear. That was great.
And great all at once. I love Kurt Metzger. He always gets our Friday Night Tights demonetized. Yes, thank you.
Good job.
We can have
That's his job.
Yeah, Az never gets us demonetized. Kurt Metzger comes on for 5 minutes and it's demonetized. So
Nice.
they don't like him.
I'm more surprised that Ryan hasn't been getting it demonetized.
Oh, no, Ryan cost me a charity gig. Ryan cost
Whoa.
How do you do that?
well.
The 50s Beyond Women.
Melissa, the great Mrs. Nerdrotic, was working on something for an autism group, and maybe making content or something. And it was a viewer of ours who was reaching out. He really wanted to do something, and so he pitched it to their board, and their board watched Friday Night Tights.
The rest is history.
Yeah, they specified Ryan's comment, but they affixed it to me. So that's the way it goes.
You need to have like a like a few positive videos, just like, oh my god, I love Nintendo kind of thing, and like that's going to be your pitch reel. This guy's great.
No, Gary. What you need is a few stretching videos of your morning routine, and you'll be golden.
Oh dear God!
Sports bro, Gary.
Morning routine of screaming in pain when I get up.
Just making coffee. I like my coffee black and more black.
So yeah, no, it's we're not going to do something kind of. It's a little spitish. I'm a little butthurt about it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to do a charity thing on my own, and we'll just do something for. I got to find the right autism group though, because apparently some are bad and some are good, and I don't know what's up, but it's fine. Did you guys hear about? Well, I guess okay. So you know about the announcement Friday that we teased that we were going to announce. Well, I guess it got let out of the bag that night, so we could have announced it, but we didn't. And it's Zack Snyder is going to be interviewed by Ryan Cannell, Lethal Lightning, and Uche Yanera. And I thought it was going to be on Geeks and Gamers, but apparently it's not now. So it's on Uche's channel, and they're doing a charity thing for suicide prevention on the 17th. So the day before the Snyder Cut gets released, those guys are going to be interviewing Zack Snyder. So I guess the link is up. You can donate now if you want. I'll promote it more as it gets closer to the 17th. But that was the big news.
They also Uche, when I saw the announcement, he said so they're going to be auctioning some stuff signed by the cast.
Yep. Yeah.
By the way, they've already raised $6,000.
Yes, they have.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, I wasn't like, I think I don't want to say too much, but I think the situation was fluid, and I was under the impression it was going to be on Geeks and Gamers. So I guess I don't know what happened, but there might, of course, there's the stigma, and there's people on fucking Twitter,
Probably Zack Snyder figured out that Jeremy's not a Snyder Cut fan. It's just Ryan. He's like, fuck Jeremy. Gonna go to Ryan.
No, that Jeremy and Zach talked for a long time for him. So I think he was aware. I'm pretty sure he was aware.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. Either way, it's good. So support that if you can. If you can't, that's cool. And I'll promote it more as time goes on, and we'll announce it again on Friday Night Tights. But I think it's weird. It's weird that, but Zach's cool. And apparently, there ain't going to be no sequel. There's not going to be a sequel. I don't think his relationship with Warner Brothers is that great.
I like to imagine that part of the requirements for Zack Snyder to come on is that Jeremy has to be on the stream with a piece of tape over his mouth.
The tape wouldn't stand a chance. Iron Casket.
That's true.
Oh.
So, Gary, did you hear the Doctor Who news?
Which one now?
Okay, I got this on Friday. Funko, good old Funko Pops, has vaulted all Doctor Who products. It appears they may be dropping the license. No more products are available from the manufacturer, including Funko Pop figurines and Pez dispensers. Those Pez dispensers we were all really excited about.
There's a Jodie Whittaker Pez dispenser out there I kind of want, to be honest with you. So
I mean, it would kind of match, right?
So Funko dropped them.
It looks like they have vaulted the figurines, and which seems to imply that they might have dropped the license. I linked the tweet in the private chat. I've met this guy twice, and he's a really nice guy, and I love reading the Twitter threads because he's arguing with people about things. And I'm like, yeah, you go, man. But not the sign of a healthy franchise, is it? Especially
Not
when
really.
Funko will literally make anything for anything.
Oh yeah, they're doing Star Trek Discovery stuff. I mean, this is so good that I didn't release my video yet. I talked to my guy. He said tough times were tough. He doesn't work for Funko, but Funko they're the only American distributor of Doctor Who toys. That's all that was left because the other company was dissolved. So wow, character options had an American thing, and they dissolved it, and they went to Funko, and Funko was supposed to make like they still make the action figures in England because they use the old mold. They're just painting old shit. God, if somebody's out there, somebody sent me an image of all the companions Yaz B&M exclusives that were just sitting on the shelf not being sold, and I can't find that picture. I need that picture. If somebody out there has that picture, please send it to me. Holy shit. So a note from the bottom of an email just now from whoever, Wona. Funko has vaulted all Doctor Who products, and it appears it may be dropping the license. No more products are available from the manufacturer, including Funko Pop figures.
Who and his Who North America, the largest U.S.-based Doctor Who merchandise website on the internet. Wait, I think I know who they are. No, I don't. Never mind.
Funko, they when I was trying to find some Gina Carano stuff, I tried to buy some after Friday Night Tights, the night she after she was canceled, and couldn't find it anywhere on eBay. It was like going for crazy amounts. Funko Pop though still was carrying them, so I was able to grab 2 of those figurines. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Funko is secretly based. Who knows?
Maybe.
Those little chibi vinyls you got to keep an eye out for.
I only have one of those things.
You can't even find Doctor Who merchandise on the Funko website.
I love this. There were Doctor Who Pez dispensers.
Can you imagine what that would look like? Like her head just like, ah. Like, no. Nobody wants to see her mouth open.
We need a Perry Chan Pez dispenser with Jodie's face on it.
Oh my god.
Now, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but allegedly Chris Marshall has taken over as favorite to take over from Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, Chris, the redhead, right?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, he was favored before she took over because remember he left his show, and everybody was speculating it was going to be him because he left the show, and then Jodie was announced. And many hearts were broken, including mine.
Yes, he probably would have been pretty good with a good showrunner. Yeah.
I've always thought it'd be perfectly poetic for the 13th Doctor, Unlucky 13, to be a redhead, which is as seen as the terrible hair color of our species. Come on, I cannot believe they missed that chance.
Au contraire, I think we need more redhead representation, and I think Overlord
Get a beard.
Agree with me.
Oh yeah,
beard.
Wow. That's news. That is, I think that's what you call a red flag, right?
Just a tiny one.
It's a red flag. It's a red flag when you start burning your books, isn't it? I thought.
That's a bigger red flag.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've been keeping track. It's hard to keep track of the American comic book sales these days because it's really inconsistent. But the comic books have never sold here. I mean, it's always been about 2,000 or 3,000. That's the way it is now. It's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and that's ordered. That's not sold. So you can't gauge it there, but you can gauge it with there's no merchandise anywhere now. Barnes and Noble, at least in the San Diego area, doesn't carry anything Doctor Who anymore. And it used to have giant sections of Doctor Who, like the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, and those are all gone.
It's a healthy franchise, damn it.
Yeah.
Is it IDW? IDW's got the Doctor Who license right now, isn't it? I believe. Right?
Do they?
It's Titan.
Is it Titan now?
It's been Titan for a while.
A friend of mine who's a comic artist is actually drawing a Doctor Who comic book that is not licensed because they're not using the title on it. You remember the episode Hand of Fear, the last one with Sarah Jane?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Eldrad Must Live. It's written by the writer of that episode, and he's writing a sequel to it. And a buddy of mine, Stephen Scott, is a comic artist, is drawing it. I don't know how they're getting away with it.
If you don't sell it, you can draw whatever you want.
They're going to sell it.
Oh, they are.
What's going on in the market? I've seen the cover and all that, and the art from it and everything. It's a
Are they
sequel to
using
that
the name
episode.
Doctor Who?
I don't think so. That's the thing. But they're just written by I think it was Bob Baker, whoever wrote that episode, if I remember right. He's working with the guy who wrote the episode, writing a sequel to it with Eldrad. I don't even know if the Doctor or Sarah are in it, but he showed me some pages from it in the cover. Kind of strange.
Oh.
So I mean, don't know if they'll get in trouble or not. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Just imagine Pez coming out of that,
That looks like the childhood version of the person who's supposed to be teaching the magic school bus. Like this is scholastic.
What
Dr. Frizzle.
but the person who wants to take your soul. That is the nightmarish shit right there.
Yeah, that is the definition of crazy eyes, where you have all the white around the pupils. You can see white on all four sides. That's too much. People should not show that much.
Pull back. Throw a highlight in there. Make it look alive.
Right.
Close your eyes a bit. Think.
They could have just mirrored the face, but like if you put your thumb up to one half of the face versus the other, it's like a completely different. I don't know.
Ooh, no, you're right.
I will
Like,
say my favorite thing about this is that they do accurately show her roots.
They did. Do you love how the Doctor regenerated with roots?
Bad roots.
Bad roots. Yeah. That was Mrs. Nerdrotic's first comment.
Dear God.
Might have been like my second thought. I'm just like, why are her roots so bad?
Why is she cracking the TARDIS with bad roots? That is such a stereotype.
She's had a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah. No.
I just can't get over the fact that this is so bad. It's destroying the funding model of a government-funded broadcasting corporation. I mean, that's bad.
You know, when you put it that way.
Well, to be fair, they lost
So
Top
funny.
Gear.
Dear God.
So the UK survived World War II and the war before it, but the BBC go in this direction. Just all of it.
That's what's truly going to destroy the British government.
Northern Ireland's like, look, we just don't want to pay this one BBC channel fee. Like, sorry.
Could you imagine the history books 50 years in the future? Why did the government fall at that point? Well, it was a female doctor.
Not a real female doctor, a TV female doctor.
It was a TV female doctor.
But not like on ER, which would have been totally
Long
cool.
ago,
Like,
there was this popular show called Doctor Who. Nobody talks about it anymore.
Wouldn't be the first time the Doctors brought down a British government, though.
That's right.
It's true.
It's true.
We can get the Welsh independence song praising Doctor Who.
I'm for my Doctor Who anniversary video. I've been sitting on this article. I've read little bits and pieces of it. It's spicy. That's why I've kind of like not really come out with it, because it's straight up. This article is written by a woman, and it says the Doctor's a dude, and it's based on. It basically says the Doctor is a dude, and it's straight, and it's a little. I have to kind of work my way through it. You know, it's by Alexandra Marshall. She's great, but this is written up prior to all the crap going down. So she's writing stuff like, well, we achieved peak woke in 2019. And I have to go, well, then 2020 and 21 happened. And then she says this, she says, token casting is normally fatal, but identifying as a taxpayer parasite makes it impossible for the BBC to go broke. Well,
wow.
Not anymore. So,
did you see that Barrowman wants a non-binary or transgendered for the next Doctor?
Doctor is transgender. I mean, did she already? Well, he already did it. Like, so
yeah, he was a man that became a woman.
Question, wasn't it? I don't know if YouTube's going to like this question, but so do you want to be in the process? Is that what your identity is being in the process now? Because the Doctor did change genders already. So you're already transgender, I guess, within the point of your regeneration, right?
Technically, he was a transgender the whole time, because he's a woman. Then he was a man, because he went and fucked up the entire.
Obviously wants them to be just perennially mid-generation, just staying in that sort of regenerating phase.
Yeah.
All I know is that I take the Oreo position. Trans people are people.
Yes, they exist.
They do exist.
They exist. They're unicorns. They're people.
I'm pretty sure no one was running around saying that they didn't exist, but
right.
Gotta have that corporate wokeness.
There's a saying we have in the Marine Corps. We had in the Marine Corps that I pretty much live by. It's treat everyone like a brother until like you can't. Pretty much it means treat everybody like you would want to be treated, like, unless they make it where you can't.
That's such a nice feeling.
That's
that
what we
makes me
did
feel real
overseas.
good
It's like
inside.
we'd walk up and everybody we met, in Afghanistan, we would shake their hands, and unless they tried to stab us, and then we would shoot them in the face. But
Yeah.
but we tried to treat them with respect. We did. We're like, hey, we're here.
Shooting people in the face. Great segue, Aaron.
Yes.
So I was watching a Q&A for CN Arsenal, which is a firearms history YouTube channel. And at about the 7-hour mark or so, someone asked them to put their pronouns in their videos. And I'd love to share this with you just to show you their reaction.
Oh, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This will be gold.
All right, bring it on.
Hell no.
All right, so let's see how this baby works. Yeah, let's do it.
all right. Once it pops up for me, I will post it. Did you put it in the private chat, or are you going to share the screen?
Oh, I just shared it.
Okay. I'm waiting for it to pop up here, which it hasn't done yet.
Oh, good.
So did I thought John Barrowman wanted like an actor who identifies that way to be the Doctor. But no, he was saying, no, I want the character to be this way.
Ace, did you share it?
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work.
Father, could you unshare what you're going to share real quick? Yeah, thanks, because maybe it only allows one
I was
thing.
wondering if that was it.
Yeah.
It was just my favorite picture of Jodie, that's all.
We can share it in a second. Try it again.
Oh, no, I got to do some privacy stuff. Hold up a sec. Yo.
Gosh,
Yeah,
I'll come back to it.
History. Okay.
Yeah, I'm no professional.
Clear the browsing history, clear the cookies, clear the autofill option.
You are totally welcome to see my browsing history. In fact, we could go through it together. That would be a real fun Nerdrotic member stream.
I really want to nuke Gary's channel.
Miller. I don't think Father Christopher Miller would want to be here for that.
No, there's some Catholic things in there.
It doesn't like balance it out or anything.
Strange amount of interest in
Definitely balances me out.
Father, share that picture now. Share your picture of Jodie. I want to see it because it might be my favorite picture too. I got a damn good one for the thumbnail. I just want once I pick the thumbnail, like I've got to make a video for this. I've got to.
And this is the.
That is just a classic caption. This moment.
Yes, this is literally everyone's face when this is like when she became the Doctor. Everyone's like, dear God, what the fuck is that?
Now I'm really starting to see where the inspiration for a Pez dispenser came from.
I'm just thinking like
I just want to see the best
Hog on the
memes that can be done with
barbecue.
this.
Her arms are tied up just like the hog's legs.
Yep. And Yaz is looking at that apple like it's competition. So
I can send that if you want.
Oh man.
I could put it in my file for sure. I can.
I'll DM it to you.
I rewatched The Timeless Children on Saturday.
Why?
Oh my.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Were you just having a really good day and you needed to
I was
balance it
having
out?
a really I was having a great day, and I'm like, yeah.
Is this how you telling us you're being held hostage?
Blink once for yes, blink twice for no.
I have to, honestly, I have to get the revisit the emotion of that, and I'm like, it's been a long enough time, and I'm just trying to forget it. So I'm like, I got to watch this again and get kind of pissed off again. So I watched it, and I got pissed off again. And I'm caught a lot of things I didn't notice, especially the hardcore shipping of the Doctor and Yaz that they are definitely doing that I just completely didn't want to notice before or whatever. But towards the end, when the Doctor, if you remember the first female Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker, lets Barristan Selmy kill himself instead of her bravely taking on the Master, and then she duck runs and waddles away like a little coward. Well, before that, like her and Yaz are just like, and like she's looking at Yaz with that, "I love you, Yaz," and they did it. I'm like, oh, I thought that was just something the fans made up, but no, it's in the show. It's really there. Okay,
Well, they can't seem to do anything beyond the level of bad fan service these days or bad fan fiction.
Yeah. Tumblr who?
Oh, sorry. Okay, here.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Just wondering if there's any chance you can include your pronouns when you make your introductions.
No.
Pronouns?
Yeah, like the he, she, they, them.
Why?
Well, wait,
For the guns?
No, ours. Like when we series, when I say
with guns,
my pronouns. I just,
Wow.
it seems weird. I don't know. Just
That was a weird question.
you do you, but I'm good.
I'm gonna be me.
I'm sure that has like a political connotation now, but it just I don't know. I don't
Or a
introduce
weird
my
sexual one?
Demonetized.
No, I don't introduce myself based off my gender, regardless of anything. So I don't really. It's almost weird that I would if I didn't want to be normal.
Be like if I just did my age.
Yeah, like just sort of announcing your age
Yeah.
or like orientation or something. Like you don't need. You can just talk to me. It's not really what we're leading with. Yeah, I don't think my gender affects much of what we're doing on this. Anyway.
Okay.
I love the fact that she has no idea what the question is for.
I love that.
They're such nice people.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Pronouns.
This
Why?
Mauser,
It's like,
1908.
what do I look
He,
like?
him. He, they.
This Luger, 1945. They.
Guns have pronouns.
All right. Garrett, I got to get going. So thank you for having me. As always. Enjoy, everyone.
Take it easy, man.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Peace.
So long.
That's an author right there. He's doing his own stuff. A lot of people are doing their own stuff now because they're sick of Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Hollywood, if you're watching, people are sick of you. Okay, they're sick of you. They're sick to death. Had a little with a Hollywood type. One of those Hollywood types who doesn't want to be identified.
Mm-hmm.
It was very brief, and it was like, and I don't know if that person's going to contact me again because I was not in a great mood. And they reached out and they said, "Yeah, we really love what you're doing, but we can't like support you and everything." I'm all, well, then what good are you?
Right.
Like, you're not helping anything. Like, you got to speak up, and until you do, then honestly, you're just as bad as people agreeing with it. I'm tired of hearing this crap, and I hear it all the time. Sorry, that's harsh, but you know what? One of the things that AA has taught me is to be brutally honest. Sometimes really fucking helps, and I doubt that person will ever talk to me again. But I don't care. I was like really pissed after the Gina stuff and processing it, and I'm tired of, oh, we secretly support you. Well, then so what?
These people live in an echo chamber. They need to hear the truth every now and again.
Yep.
Well, I hate to make this dark, but speaking as a historian, that's a very common trend throughout history is the majority of people are like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat too much. I don't want to do too much. And then it's a minority of people that swing where a country goes, whether that's in a bad direction, a good direction, or two just extremes fighting each other and making the country a battleground. So, Tim Pool took a very similar position where he's like, I'm tired of hearing all this, crap about, you don't want to take a side. You want to be quiet. You want to slip through. Because you'll never really slip through. You're going to get found out eventually.
Yeah.
Ironic Tim Pool saying that, but okay.
Very.
I don't watch much of his content anymore. It's just I want to.
There's a reason he's called a milquetoast fence sitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's getting a little. I think he's certainly gotten better, and like you got to be smart. But that's where I would come from, and I would tell that person again. It's like, start speaking out a little bit. You don't have to come out hardcore. You don't. But like once in a while, just go, this cancel culture thing is really stupid. And it's undermining our fucking civilization and entertainment, the thing we love, the thing we all still want to love. Everybody's here because we still want to love entertainment. We still like Hollywood. We still want to go to a movie and have a good time and watch a WandaVision that doesn't have, intersectional feminism injected towards the end and ruining a pretty good story. That's what we want.
They dropped the ball on that so hard.
They did. I'm getting a lot of crap for that too, but so what?
Really?
Yeah. I really liked it. I'm like, well, like the WandaVision part of it was good, but if you think about it, the Monica Rambeau stuff did not need to be there at all. Like that was totally unnecessary. And if you think about it, if they kept it a mystery for at least another couple of episodes, it would have been so much better. And just like left out the sword stuff, which ended just being lame. It was terrible.
It was.
Yep. Yeah, that was the worst part about all the sword crap.
But Clobber Vision scene that Vision scene where he's reasoning, that was great.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, that was right out of the Changeling.
Yeah.
And did they not reconcile that Sword said that Wanda came in and took Vision's body, and then at the end she reconstitutes him out of her own powers, and Sword still has the body that they can reactivate?
So the white Vision is the body that they reactivated. That's
right.
The Vision.
But he said she stole the body. She stormed our facility and took the body.
They faked it.
But
They faked it.
Okay.
Yeah, the camera's cut out during that scene. Like the camera's cut out and go to black when
right.
Until the last episode, everything Toxic Male was doing was absolutely right. Right thing to do.
Hey, Gary, I'm gonna head off and let someone else come in. But I just thought I'd mention I've just pre-ordered my copy of the illustrated edition of the Silmarillion, which is coming out in April. If anyone wants a good edition of that, check it out.
Wasn't there another illustrated edition done by one of the artists that worked on the movies? He did the Lord of the Rings one as well.
I hope you have that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Is it the illustrated? Where is it? Who's publishing?
So I ordered mine through Booktopia, if I can mention it. But it's got Ted Naismith as the illustrator.
All right.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Oh yeah, it can sponsor this. It's Australian, but here I'll share it. That's dope.
Hey, Australians need to read too.
Every now and again.
They just have to learn to,
And again.
they just have to use the reading upside down.
Well, when you buy a new tractor, you're supposed to read the manual.
Is this it? Did I pick the right one?
Oh, I love that cover.
It's the one I've got's a different one, but that one looks pretty good as well. Yeah,
that one's an older one. I got that one.
That one I think it's available on the 7th of April. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. $43. Well, I mean, I don't know what it's American. Oh, that's American. Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Anyway, I'll leave you with that. See you, team.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Take it easy. Welcome to the show. We're gonna roll somebody else in here. What do we got? We got Sven. Sven. Look at that beard. Yeah, fucking
welcome.
Hey, I keep timing out. I wanted to nerd out with you, if that's okay.
That's okay. Here, what do we got there? What do we got?
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh man.
Those are awesome. Those
Hang on, I'm not done.
I got a collection on my desk.
Yes.
All right. Oh, man.
Uh,
one in three. Get five.
This is my favorite Doctor. This is how I started.
There we go.
Who. I've got
That
the
is the
variants.
millionth Doctor, and you just showed
10 million.
10 million Doctor and the
Yeah, oh my.
Doctor. Yeah, right there.
11 million.
I love the Titans. I have boxes full of these little buggers, and I need to put them out. I like them. They stopped making those.
Gross.
And 6 years ago, yeah, they were like they had line
These
after
are
line.
awesome. Their heads. Well, I'm going to break that one.
Better than pop.
Their heads turn
Oh.
and
Yeah, I definitely broke one of mine.
rotate.
I broken a few. Yeah, don't feel bad. I break shit all the time. I break those. Hey, those I love. Yeah, those are dope. Those are dope. And the heads on the don't stay on those very well though. They always pop off.
The head moves. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this little guy and the Cyberman. I forgot about them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were blind boxes, and
Yep.
I think they were what, $10 a piece. I probably blew like $200-300 collecting these.
Oh yeah.
Get the whole sets.
Oh man, that means my friends are much more generous than I thought.
And yeah, the double Doctors. Those are variants.
Oh yeah, they have. I don't even have all of those. Like there was so because of the blind boxes that were so hard to get. But yeah, it was like 2016 they were making those, and you could buy them at Barnes and Noble. Yep, you could buy them at Barnes and Noble by the box. They were selling like crazy, and now they're not anymore because it's dead. The franchise is dead.
got
Gary, it's healthy.
I've got a box of more of them somewhere. I just don't know where exactly. That's got the TARDIS and a Christmas TARDIS, which is really rare, and a bunch of other stuff too. I think I've got the rest of the original Doctors as well, but I don't know where it's at right now.
Anything that says police on it with the
TARDIS,
that
right there.
Sure, hang on to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be next. I'm surprised that did not happen. But there's no time. We still have next season to go.
Yeah, everything is still yet.
Yes.
So, Gary, I had a question about WandaVision. Now, when I saw that episode and they did the whole Agatha all along thing, I was like, there's got to be some sort of comic basis for this character. And I found a Comics Explained video about Agatha. But maybe this is my ignorance of comics, but isn't she a positive character in the comic?
Yeah, she's not a villain.
So why do they make her a villain in this one, or at least close to a villain? It seems.
Good question.
Bad writing.
Yeah, bad writing. The need for more female characters because Marvel is deficient in female characters. Let's be honest. Outside of Elektra and some X-Men women and Sue Storm, they don't. Scarlet Witch is a prolific female character, and they showed her the proper respect at the end, but they don't have they hate not having a Wonder Woman, and it's hilarious, I think.
And Agatha originally, when Kirby and Lee first created her, she was just meant as a nanny for Franklin Richards. Yes. And she was a badass though. In her very first appearance, she wiped the floor with the Frightful Four, all of them. Yep. And three of them, because Medusa turned on him in that one, if you remember. But that was a great comment. And she was always just kind of a background character until someone got a hold of her. I don't know, Gary, if it was 70s or 80s, they started her making her, putting her with Wanda and training her and all that stuff. But before that, she just popped up every now and then, if you know, as a background character. I don't know why they decided to make her both younger looking and evil, but.
Because Catherine Hahn needed a job.
She was fine. It was like this song was fine, and the Agatha all along stuff. It really wasn't. It was like some of her stuff, but there's still like huge questions like how did she find Wanda and where does she fit into the town? Like, what did she follow Wanda over there and then watch her freak out and build the town? Was she there? I mean, that would have been a part I'd like to have seen. And yeah, there's things that don't fit in the show. Like the logic just goes out the window. For one, like imprisoning thousands of people and being able to just walk and not happen.
Sorry guys. Oop, my bad. See you later.
Yeah, right.
Kurt Metzger answered it perfectly. He's all, can't a woman just be powerful?
Yeah.
I love when you have guests on that amuse Az, because Az laughing and having a good time is like the best to me. His humor is just, I love it. I love it when Az is just in a good mood and joking around because he's just on top of it.
Well, did you see Problem Bean's video for Az?
Oh God,
they showed it. They showed it, didn't you?
Yeah. I watched like the first few seconds of it, and I stopped. And I was like, "They're gonna play this on Friday Night Tights. I want to see it live."
That was great.
Spoken scissoring.
We didn't get a chance to get to half of the stuff we wanted to talk about. We were supposed to talk about a Whisper network in the Blacklist. There's a dual blacklist in the comic book industry that we were supposed to talk about.
Well, I think I'm probably going to pop out. I just got two things before I do. Sure. I did get Berserker this week, the Keanu Reeves comic.
How is it?
Good. I like it. And then the Rabbi and I have started doing a Friday morning show. I sent you in your direct messages a title card for it. Didn't know what you thought of it. So, yeah, it's basically Jewish meets Catholic.
Oh, every Friday night for me.
We're talking faith. So, but yeah, we just did our first chat on Friday. We're doing it this Friday on my channel, and we're just rotating.
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
So,
bringing the world together. See?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's amazing. I think one of the times we're hopefully going to talk about Doctor Who, because I was explaining, I had my first Friday stream yesterday, and I was explaining how I kind of had a mental breakdown when Doctor Who premiered, because there was only 2 TVs in the seminary and they were both occupied. I've been waiting 15 years for this show to come back on. I can't watch it because somebody else is watching TV. Like, I've been waiting for this. I'm losing it.
Oh, man.
That's where you're ringing the
Thankfully
church
he left.
bells.
Thankfully, he
say
left,
surprise
so I got to
mass.
watch it. But
The Lord
anyway.
works in mysterious ways, Father.
Yeah, I know. So, well, good to see you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Father.
Take care, Father.
Father Miller.
Man, Gary, your stream last week where you were like, it's been a year since the Timeless Children. I was like, oh yeah. And then I went off on my boyfriend explaining everything because he doesn't know Doctor Who. And as I was repeating it, I was like, man, I am reminded of why I'm so pissed off about this all over again.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. It's so Timeless Children hit. Snowflake and Safe Space were a few days after, and then we all got for a year. That 2 weeks of Flatten the Curve is still going on right now.
Happy 2 weeks to flatten the curve, everybody.
Big curve.
I used to collect comic books like crazy, like a lot. Like I would spend $50 to $100 a week, and when I heard they were going to gender swap Thor, I just quit cold turkey. I was like, I'm done. And I'm so ashamed to admit it. I've got issue 1 of Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, the Ms. Marvel, and another one of them other females. And I was actually going to the comic book store that was owned by
females.
Oh crap! What's his name? You hate his guts. I can't remember his damn name.
That's like how the Ferengi say it.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, I love Quark.
Mark
Whenever he says-
Wade's girlfriend owns the comic shop that I used to attend in Muncie, Indiana.
I mean, it sounds like you have a perfect archive of the downfall of comics, just like
I've got
for
stuff
100
signed
years.
by him, actually.
Mark Wade has a girlfriend.
Well,
I want to buy
his wife, but they're not married. But yeah,
I want to buy a Thor run, and the worst part of that entire run was Jane Foster. Like there was world building stuff in that run of Thor that was good. It was just she was the worst part of it.
Jason Aaron's a good writer. Yeah, and that stuff sold at first, but that was the beginning of the end, and that was right when I sold my shop. And Marvel Now was doing pretty well, and Axel Alonso had just taken over from Joe Quesada, and they finished up Avengers versus X-Men, and as always, that ended in disappointment. And then they put freaking Captain America in another dimension or something. They got weird after that. Like, I liked FF. It was all red. Was doing a Fantastic Four book called FF.
I've got that run.
That was cool as hell. But yeah, it just got weird. I remember they did a bunch of blank covers, and I have like long boxes full of blank covers because I like to draw on them. And then I stopped because I started YouTubing, so I just completely stopped drawing after that. But yeah, I'm glad you know what? Like I said, most well-timed Coke relapse ever.
I've got a blank cover of Daredevil during Mark Wade's run that I had him actually draw Daredevil on and sign it. And
Wade drew it or Samney?
Yeah, I have a Wade drawn Batman. He'll do that as a joke. I thought
it's very simplistic, but I mean it's decent.
Yeah,
it's
he's not an artist. Yeah.
It looks like that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of cool that he did that for me. Because actually, he is kind of a dick in person.
He's a total
Yes,
God.
he's a dick.
He is. I mean, there's something going on there.
He would come in occasionally, and I would buy things to have him sign for me. And I feel like, because I was a normie at the time, I feel like he thought I was getting him to sign his stuff so I could sell it on eBay, and I was just collecting it. I'm a hoarder. I don't sell anything. Like,
well,
I have my old Nintendo games from when I was a kid.
Yeah, Mark. I mean, a lot of them think that, and like one thing you find out is these are people who, comic book artists spend a lot of time alone. They isolate before it became fashionable in 2020, and the skills just aren't there sometimes, especially with Mark Wade. He was acting like a maniac on the floor of Comic-Con. or WonderCon. It was WonderCon. Like people were like stopped going to sign with him. Like he was yelling about something, and yeah, he does that stuff all the time.
Well, Gary, have you heard all those stories about when he was with CrossGen?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've had some buddies who worked with who were there, and firsthand saw the way it was insane.
No, he punched a wall, threatened women.
Yes.
Threatened to beat up women. Like
yeah.
in the face. All kinds of shit. And by the way, that's hearsay. Okay, it's hearsay. I can't
It is hearsay, but I know guys who were there, and they said so that you take it for what it's worth. But yeah, believable though.
I forgot the guy running CrossGen. I forgot his name. He came out swinging. He's like, "We're gonna beat Marvel in DC. We're gonna beat better." And I mean, I liked his moxie, and I liked his books. I thought CrossGen was kind of cool. It was fantasy based, no superheroes.
Yeah.
You know.
What was that Superman story that he did?
Irredeemable.
Irredeemable. You mean an actual Superman story, Rebirth?
It was Superman, Batman. It was like in the future.
Oh no,
Birthright. No, that's just Superman. Superman.
In the future.
Yeah, it was Batman, Superman, but it was like in the future. It was old Batman. I can't
Are you
remember.
thinking about Kingdom? Are you Kingdom Come?
Kingdom Come, that's what it is. I've got the
That
hardback
was
of
great.
him that he signed for me. And it's a pretty good story. I like it.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic. It's like
great,
one of the best things ever written. And he used to be great. I know Razor Fist hates his Daredevil run. I didn't. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best, but
I stopped reading it when he took Daredevil to San Francisco because I'm like,
so
this
did
isn't
I.
Daredevil. Like, it's San Francisco. Like, Daredevil's in New York.
Wade
the hell
was
is
a run in the mid 2000s that was probably his best work. It was better than anything he'd ever done. And then I don't know, he just went nuts. He just went effing crazy. And who knows, relationships or something, but it all went downhill after that. But the industry had like bounced back pretty well since 9/11. And I think it went to everybody's head collectively, with the superhero movies and everything. I think they all thought they were going to Hollywood and they were going to be big stars and they were going to get scripts sold. And it just didn't happen. And a lot of people got bitter, especially that might have been it. Clobbering times. Mark Waid probably found out all of his shitty behavior. It paid him back because he couldn't get a job in Hollywood. Like nobody would even talk to the guy because of his reputation, and it probably got to him.
Probably did. The guy's a baby. I mean, he's absolute nut. So yeah, everyone who knows him what they call him, King Baby or something.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that whole thing with diversity in comics and Mark Waid, the tortious interference?
Oh yeah,
They settled out of court.
They settled out of court. Richard gave up. Yeah, nobody won. Like Mark Waid was claiming victory, and he did not. For one, his reputation has been completely soiled because of what he did to Richard with the fans. And Richard, I guess, just didn't want to go through it. So it's easy. It's like Bill Burr. It's easy for me to judge somebody, but there was a lot of crowdfunding involved, and I think a lot of people had expectations that he would see it through, and I kind of did too. But he's a human being. He probably just didn't want to deal with it. So I get it.
All right, Gary, I'm going to sign off and let somebody else come on. And
all right.
Great pleasure. As always, thank you very much. And hail to everybody in the stream and everybody in the chat. And I will see you in a chat somewhere in the future.
Live long and prosper, sir.
Bye. See ya.
Beam out.
Bye.
Hey, Gary. Yes, indeed. Hey, Gary, have you watched B5 yet? I know if people keep asking you. Nope. I know people keep bugging you about it. I was just kidding.
Hey, Gary, you watch any anime recommendations yet?
Yeah.
God.
Watch before. I asked Az how many episodes he wanted to cover, and he just said one. So I'm gonna watch. I'll probably watch a couple. And
The Gathering. Did you now you had the big set, right? Is this before it was remastered? That set you got, right? I don't know which one you got.
I'm gonna be watching the Raw Dog stuff. That's not.
That's cool.
That's fine. I like Doctor Who. I don't care about that stuff.
No, yeah. Does it have the movies and everything in it? It's all complete and Crusade and all that stuff. I don't know. Because there's a fan order to watch the whole thing in with interspersing the movies with the episodes. You don't have to, but there's a way. But
yeah, whatever adds, whatever order. I think we're watching whatever the prologue thing that he talked about, and then we're going to watch it in order of whatever the Blu-rays Whatever.
Gotcha. The Gathering's the pilot, then you have the episodes, and I binged it so many times. Even one a few years back, I just went to check out to see how the remastered look on the HBO Max for a second, and ended up getting stuck binging it again. After I just can't. Now I'm already into the 4th season. It's just, but they don't have the movies. I don't think they remastered the movies though.
Oh, they didn't.
I'm not sure. They're not. I don't think they're on there, and you're supposed to
remaster everything. I don't know why they put this off. I mean, everybody wants a streaming service, and what do you think we're gonna like? Buffy's eventually gonna have to get remastered again. Angel's gonna have to get remastered again because as these things get more competitive, it's gonna be like we've got 4K, we've got 5K, we've got 8K. You know, that's just how it's gonna go. You know, and yeah, you got to eventually do it.
Well, it's a great show. You'll have in for a good ride if you end up liking it. That's for sure.
I hope you're right about them remastering everything, Gary, because I'm sitting here praying for a DS9 remaster. I know it will probably be in vain. I see Mr. Freeze shaking his head, but I'm praying.
Dude, I would love that. It would be glorious to see that. You know, like Avery Brooks in command in high definition would be excellent. But nobody's wasting that money, and fucking CBS has ruined any shot of the funds getting raised. Like, even if fans wanted to do it, there aren't enough fans left. Like, it's the only thing I can still get really mad about in pop culture.
They lost money on the TNG.
They had that documentary. What was it? All the Way We Came, or something like that.
Who We Left Behind.
Yeah. And they remastered. They had someone remaster like the ship scenes, like the battle scenes, and they intercut it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful.
That was just some dude. On his own. And they were like, "Oh, can we use this because we don't have money to do this?" And and they did. And that was the same with the footage that they did real footage. You know, just like side by side of another episode of that fight scene or space battle, and it looked great, but it costs tons of money, and the way they shot it just ruined it for the future. I don't know what it was about that 90s era. That 4x3 dimension box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the worst era for video and everything. And, you know, you started noticing early on that the film stuff from the 60s is like, that looks so much better. It's almost like video's worse. Yeah.
The Exorcist is a great example. Because it looks good in its original format, and it looks good and, you know, touched up, and it's just like that. Like what changed, and everything changed.
Yeah,
the 90s, everything got cheap.
Yeah,
so that's what let it all. That's what let us get it all.
I think you just try to guilt Paramount into and just like, oh, why? Okay, the Black Captain doesn't get remastered. What's up, Paramount?
2021. You might as well play that card.
I mean, I don't really think they care. They didn't wish James Earl Jones a happy birthday. They don't care about black actors in Hollywood. They try to pretend they do, but they don't care.
Oh yeah.
Maybe if Avery Brooks did one of those like Dave Chappelle things on Twitter, it's like Paramount not remaking my Star Trek in HD. Makes me sad.
No, you post one of those crying videos, you know, that are growing increasingly popular. I do hope that
Kevin Smith.
Oh my God! Could you Chappelle calling somebody like Netflix, and I mean, like they probably were scared to death. He's like, you guys made me sad. That's like Corleone calling you and going, you upset me a little bit. You know, they probably, whatever you do, Mr. Chappelle, you know, he's got a lot of juice. The guy's got a lot of juice with his fans. He's got a lot of influence. And because of his that credibility we were talking about before, where he, you know, like when he took off to Africa and people were calling him crazy and you know, now, and then he came and was just honest about it and said, I didn't want to sell my soul to the machine, essentially. And then he hit the stratosphere in popularity, absolutely became his own brand, became the king of comedy after that. And that's kind of like what Gina did, you know, by telling Hollywood to fuck off not every time, but can help your career immensely, especially if it's just going to be a career of, with all due respect to Gina, you know, not starring and stuff, maybe being a co-star, maybe being a star in a TV show, a procedural or something like that. You know, Gina's not a thespian. Let's just be honest here. She's she's an actress.
She's not getting any roles in Shakespeare.
To me, she's like the female version of Jason Statham. She's just an action star.
Yeah,
she's not really a what do you call it? An in-depth. She can't emote really well like a good actor, but she's great at action, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
she can make her
Jason
own.
Statham is awesome.
Jason
I miss George Carlton.
You missed
I
who?
would just like to interrupt to say
I miss
good
George
morning,
Carlton.
everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for letting me on into this exalted crowd.
Good morning.
Where's it morning?
I'm exalted.
Morning in British Columbia, the Socialist Republic of British Columbia.
West Coast.
Oh. I'm brand new to this. Can
comrade.
anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well,
Okay.
So I'm not going to give you my pronouns, but I will tell you my shoe size is 10. I think that's equally important.
What kind of?
That's an above average shoe size. Is it?
Well,
wide?
you know what they say about big feet? Big
You
shoes.
need big shoes.
I've got my
Extra
adjectives
long
in my
socks.
Twitter profile.
Yes.
So I also want to throw a hand grenade in the room to say that Patrick Troughton is the best doctor, and I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a
Fine.
respectable choice. He was fantastic.
I only get into passionate fights if it's like New Who, then I'll be like, "What? You're crazy!" But like if it's Doctors 1 through 7, and I'm like, "Y'all are fine. It's fine."
This
I mean,
this guy's
to be
my
fair,
favorite. Eccleston's my favorite.
Eccleston.
I'm just saying that because I was a kid when he was on TV. So that was my first doctor.
Tom Baker rules. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's
Tom
like,
Baker was way past.
The lonely
Patrick.
12-10 of the room.
you just kind of like. For me, it's like after Tom Baker. Who do you? I like Pertwee. I'm a big.
Oh yeah, he's my number 2. He's great. You know he's free.
If Doctor Who's not in black and white, forget it.
You're one of those.
Wait, is
fans.
someone actually here? Wait, is someone here actually older than me? Wow.
Oh God, yeah. I'm a real boomer. I'm an actual boomer, not a Gary pretend boomer.
I'm a real boomer. I admit it.
Compared to what we're getting
Just
today,
a boomer.
Brother
Just
Eccleston
You get the
is
honored,
pretty
you
good.
get the honored elder nerd cred.
elder nerd. Yeah.
I'm a newbie. I first started to watch Doctor Who, I think last year, and I couldn't understand any of it and turned it off pretty quickly.
When
so,
you say last year, were you watching new stuff last year, or like you were watching
new stuff?
Oh.
It was with her.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know any better.
I haven't seen one episode of that. I stopped watching.
My
after
neighbor's from the UK, and she's like, "You got to watch Doctor Who," and she didn't tell me where to start. So,
You have to
yeah.
pretend it doesn't exist. Have to pretend
I will say
Dr.
when
Gordon doesn't exist.
When I tried to watch Doctor Who, it was after I had seen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So when I got to David Tennant as a doctor, I just was like waiting for him to stick his tongue out, do that little tick that he does.
Yeah, so I was old enough to remember my first episode of Doctor Who. I remember watching was Patrick Troughton in the Yeti coming out of the London Underground. Cheesiest of effects, but just
Web of
scared
Fear.
me to death as a 4-year-old.
Wow, Web of Fear, great one too. I wish it was
Web of
complete.
Fear, that was my first, or the one I can remember watching first.
Wow.
And I remember getting so excited at the transformation episode between Troughton and Pertwee. It was so exciting. Oh, bless me. I'm so old.
No.
I'm so old.
No. God, it was.
I'm gonna go ahead and go. Let somebody else on. Before I do, I wanted to show you this last week. This is my favorite episode of Star Trek.
Lovely.
Yeah, but that's the adaptation of the original
Alan
Ellis
Ellison.
script.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And very, very not Trek that story, but the art's great.
Oh my goodness, the artwork is beautiful.
Tasty.
Yeah, there you go.
That's that and what
Scotty
was
the drug dealer.
City on the Edge Forever. There was my father owned the VHSs, the whole collection, and there were 2 episodes per tape, and it was that episode, and there was another one that went through. It was the one where they went back in time with the fighter jets.
Tomorrow is yesterday.
Tomorrow is yesterday, and the City on the Edge is Forever. Those are my. I burnt that tape up. I love those. Those are my favorite.
I can't remember. Were those sold like on commercials, like the like I Live Lucy. Remember Clive?
Individually, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, if you go to the library of blah blah blah, you can buy these. I think they offered you at a special rate or something. I don't know. Like the 80s are fuzzy to me.
You can do the same with like there are actually Law and Order episodes you can just buy on like they sold them in like VHS groups. I don't know why Law and Order had that like trilogy effect on episodes, but apparently they did it in the 90s.
Yeah. Originally those tapes that you're talking about, they didn't put them all out in order. They just put some random episodes slapped together on a tape.
Exactly.
VHS and Betamax.
Yes.
I have the entire last
Beta.
season of DS9 on VHS because my brother and I were recording it as it happened so that we could watch it again. And then DVDs came out and I bought it all. So, but that was the best times.
Thanks for having me on. It's great to be here. It's great to talk to you guys. And
nice to talk to you, Stan.
Catch you later.
Have a good day.
Later.
All right, I think I'll pop out soon too. Just before I go, I had one question, Gary.
Yeah.
When's the next Exozone?
Oh, no idea. Not for a while.
Oh, that hurts. All right. Well, with that disappointing answer, I shall make my leave.
Yeah.
Gary, you're not busy. You're not busy, Gary. Come on.
He's like, screw you, Gary. I'm out of here.
Man's got some road tripping to do.
Welcome back.
Probably
Gary,
April.
when exactly do you guys leave?
We're gonna leave. I don't know what the exact date is. Whenever spring break starts, I think it's towards the end of the month. When Junior's out of school, we're taking off for 2 weeks and gonna hit that. Yeah, I'm going to. I think we have enough time to check out like 5 places. We're gonna drive 2 days in between and try to hit as many places as possible.
I sent you a super chat about a month ago about Florida. Definitely something to consider. I've got 2 kids on the spectrum, and our private school choices here are amazing.
I saw that, and Florida is definitely in the realm of possibility where it was not at all. In the beginning, I was like, no.
Yeah, because we're from Michigan, and there's a school down here called Center Academy, but we've got a couple online options that we're doing right now, and my kids went from failing in the public school to straight A's. It's just been phenomenal.
Yeah. It's really strange. Logan is like really taken to this, probably because he's on the spectrum. His Zoom classes, he's been doing great. So I've had to monitor to see if the teachers are just like passing the kids because it's they're going through a hard time. I think there's a little of both going on. Like he likes it, and I think they're being very soft on the kids right now. Like they
Yeah, my youngest couldn't go to school this year, so we did the online. He's got a tutor, but he's getting way more out of that than he did in public school. But my other 2 have gone to this other private school, and it's been phenomenal. But my friend in Michigan, I sent you this super chat too. He's a senior in high school, and they wanted them to march in one of the marches, and because they refused, they gave a failing grade. And one of their homework assignments, to my friend's dismay, was them watching NWA Fuck the Police. And she came into this and she's like, what are you doing? What are you listening to? And he's like, this is my homework. She went off. It was bad. I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
Public assembly is like public speech. It's a right, and forcing other people to do it is severely problematic, to use a term.
Yeah, there's almost something Maoist about that, isn't there?
Well, he dropped out of school. It's sad because he wasn't getting anything from his education, and he came from up here going to the private school and moved up there, and he just couldn't handle. They weren't teaching. Everything was political. Everything was activism, and he just struggled.
Oh my God.
My sister is a teacher. She does first grade special ed in New York City, and she was doing online classes and in person to try and help cover the gap because it's just like kids need to learn. And yeah, I mean, just the work involved in this is crazy. I don't think anybody ever thought that we'll just be okay if kids no, kids actually need way more fucking attention than anybody's ever put into them.
The psychological damage being done is huge in the last year.
Yeah.
The kids who do thrive in a different environment, it's great to find that out. And it'll be awesome if that kind of flexibility could be built in, where you sort of see what works best with kids and teach to their, to how they learn, but all within the confines of good teachers teaching what students need for their future. This assembly and being told what to say, being told where to march is very bad. Like
very bad.
Hey,
And
2 + 2 = bigot.
Well, can you imagine too? Because he's on the spectrum. So can you imagine having Asperger's and being told to watch NWA Fuck the Police and go march, or else?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
And from these freaking psychos and the teachers, sorry if there's teachers out there. I'm not sorry. You failed us all with your unions and listening to your unions. You should have all been getting together and getting a plan. Because in reality, like the kids should be redoing their school year. They should not be like advanced at all. Like kids are shit. Or you should figure out a way to compact that for kids who are graduating. This was my kid's freshman year, and it's just completely blown. And like most parents can't afford private school, but even ones who can't are like now reassessing and absolutely should. Like public school is lost at this point.
Well, here in Florida, we have a Gardner scholarship. So if you've got a kiddo with a rare condition or is on the spectrum, they can get $10,000 a year. That's how we afford it.
Yeah.
But it's been a godsend because, and my kid's in the senior year, and because we have pre-existing health conditions, he can't be in school right now. So it just sucks.
Yeah. This whole thing has been a tragedy of politics being played, and it's Battlestar Galactica was right, by the way. I think there was this.
Wait, which part?
Well, you think we would
polytheism
under tragedy? You think people would unite? Kind of like that minute after 9/11. But the reality is Battlestar Galactica. We would divide into factions, and good guys would become bad guys, and we'd just be human, and that's what we're doing.
The part that was right was that Trisha Helfer does look good in a red dress.
Damn straight.
I know. Make me a fucking Cylon, please. I want to have Cylon babies with Cylon beauties.
Well, there you go.
Sorry,
I for one accept my Cylon overlords.
Oh, Gary, you mentioned Power Girl on Friday Night Tights.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex was like, when she wore a bathing suit, she had that boob window. And you mentioned that, I was like, oh, why? Don't bring this up right now. Just making me miss.
Maybe you shouldn't be Mr. Love 'em
Are
and late.
you
Know?
Are you offended, Face Mr. Freeze?
No, I'm just trying to forget someone. It's really difficult.
I heard boob window. I'm sure I heard that wrong.
No, boob window.
Oh, you
Like
heard exactly right, Alyssa.
Yeah, it's like,
Right
here's
over
the
here.
thing, and there's a window right here.
You need a camisole, one of the stick-on camisoles to cover it.
Yep.
Get the stick on.
What comic was holding it there? What Doctor Strange book was that?
That was an ad. Looks like for with. It was a Star
it's
Wars.
an ad off
14
of
book.
my store.
A Star Wars book. There you go. Good old Marvel Star Wars. Back when Star Wars was
Marvel Comics grew.
Yeah.
Back when Marvel
that's,
Comics grew.
Yeah. Now it's Marvel Comics Hate Group.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, for showing
Archie
Marvel
Goodwin,
Comics.
Carmen Infantino.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Carmine Infantino. I love
Carmen
that.
Infantino. Oh, that's a graphic novel. Yeah, I have that. That's a hardcover by Kaluta, or you got the paperback? Here you go.
The
Okay, I have the hardcover.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
a Michael
Razor-
Kaluta one. You
Razor-
probably have it, Gary.
Here,
Just that art.
let me show you.
Oh yeah,
Proper.
I love it. That that's great right there.
One of the best comics ever made. If you want to talk about for packing the best punch for what I think it was $1, Avengers Annual number 10. One of the greatest comic books ever. And
Michael Golden did that one, didn't he?
Michael Golden. That's
Yeah, the first appearance of was it the first appearance of technically Rogue or first appearance or something like that?
Yeah, and she whoops the Avengers' ass, and then Iron Man smacked her down, which is great. You know?
Nice.
You can't
This is,
go punching a woman anymore, but he beats But she beats the crap out of everybody. She makes out with Cap, steals a little, because she has powers, and she did it by making out with you, and she kissed a girl.
Wow.
Right, sir.
Yeah, it's in the 80s.
Well, that was my very first comic I bought.
like today, or was that one you bought like that?
About a couple of days ago.
Oh wow, where'd you get it?
So I got it at Northwest Creations in Puyallup, Washington.
Is it a comic shop or is it?
No, it's just a like an antique store.
Okay, yeah. The thrifting is I love going thrifting. You find all
Nice place to find comics.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good one for a first one to get, because that was a great time during that was between Star Wars and Empire, when no one knew what was going to happen. All you had was comics and a book or two.
Splinter of the Mind's Eye and Marvel Comics. That's all you had.
Yep. And
they were just firing up Star Wars fan club and
you had
the way you held that poster, I thought you were about to rip it. Like, all my love of Star Wars. It looked like that. You had
Gary, do you remember that?
Yeah,
do you remember that Star Wars annual between Star Wars and Empire, in which they go to a planet and they meet someone who tells of a story of a Jedi named Obi-Wan Kenobi in his young years. With his two Padawans, Anakin and Darth. Oops.
Before Padawan was a thing. And
they weren't called Padawans. I'm just assistants or whatever.
Right? Yeah. Back when they were two separate people because they were making it up as they went. Yes.
Yeah. Lucasfilm did not communicate with Roy Thomas. He said so. He said they didn't let us do certain things, but they didn't tell us anything either. Obviously.
I want to. I might get because I saw Dan Fraga interview Roy Thomas. I might want to talk to Roy Thomas.
A buddy of mine is his manager. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, dude. That guy's a legend, man. That guy is a living legend. Just what he did with Conan.
Yes.
Alone. Forget everything else, but he was technically like the first fan to kind of take over comics and run them, and that's what leveled absolutely everything up. And that,
he helped start the first fanzine, Alter Ego, and now of course he does Alter Ego magazine for Tomorrows. But the original, what was it, the Beals guy or whatever, back in the 50s and 60s, he started the first fanzine before he worked for Marvel. It was
him
Thomas
and
is a legend.
Len Wein and Carmine Infantino. He was. He designed the Green Lantern, the modern Green Lantern costume, the modern Flash costume. Was instrumental in the Justice League. Behind the scenes, yeah. And then died freaking broke.
Of course, Julius Schwartz did so much.
Yep.
I got to meet him a couple of times and buy some original art from him. He was great, man. Julius Schwartz.
Nice guy.
Oh,
So
God,
I'm
good
just
guy.
sorry to interrupt, guys. I got to drop out and I'll let somebody else in. But it's been great talking with you all, and I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you again soon.
Have a great day. Thanks for
Cheers,
popping.
guys.
See ya.
Take care. Bye.
Good luck to your
Take
stars.
care.
Oh God.
They need luck.
Yeah, I'm a Devils fan, so that's how it goes.
Well, you get some prospects.
Yeah, bag of pucks maybe.
See you at the rink sometime, I hope, if we ever get back to normal. Cheers,
Absolutely.
mate. Bye.
Cheers.
I keep seeing
sports.
Yeah, he was wearing a Dallas Stars shirt, and I didn't fail to notice it. It's going to make an insult, but I really can't comment right now.
I'll show you one more time just before I go. It's based on the Texas Come and Get It. Come and take it.
Nice.
The Texas Come and Take It?
Yeah, Come and Take It. It's a Texas
thing. I think it predates the Texas by about 2,500 years. It's ancient Greek. But
yeah, but it's more the battle where they taunted the Mexican soldiers to come and take their two
I
cannons.
think you're going to have to wait until the next one.
Right. See you guys.
Bye. So I don't
care.
Where's everybody from? We're pretty open here in Florida, but we got some pockets of stupidity going on with masks and all that. Like you can go to the restaurant and they make you call ahead to get into the building, which is fine. And I have to have a mask on to get into the podium, but 10 feet over to my table, then I can take it off. Like it makes absolutely no sense.
That's what we're doing in
Yeah,
Washington.
we've been doing
State.
that since May. We've been going to restaurants, but they have these magical force fields around the table. Once you get to it,
obviously.
apparently you sit down, you're fine.
Yeah, COVID's really smart. Yeah, I'm just.
I'm in Northern Illinois, outside of Chicago, and let's just say Chicago is its own thing. Like they're existing. The rest of the state is just like IDGAF and just kind of doing whatever. to be honest.
Well, the county next
so
to us
smart
never
of
had a mask mandate. They never did, and their cases have never gone above ours ever. And I go shopping there, so I don't have to wear a mask. It's my personal preference. We have a pre-existing condition, so I can't get sick. But one of the conditions we have, I can't wear a mask, right? So catch-22. Welcome to 2021. But they're fine. So it just begs. Masks don't work. I'm sorry. I know that's bad to say, but it's getting crazy. And now some people are wearing them while they run. So we've got like two sets of people here, right? You've got the people wearing them in the car, like everyone, right? They're crashing. These old people are crashing into ditches wearing masks. It's really super sad. And then you've got the old people who know better and like, nope, you're not masking me. So it's really interesting here because we live in a rural area, but we're pretty populated, if that makes sense. But we're like out in the country. It's been quite a learning experience and a culture shock. We've been here 10 years, but I'm from Michigan, so it's a lot different here with our rednecks and with everybody mixed in. But since 2020, I'm really happy to be here because it is gone bananas up north.
Yeah, running with the mask on sucks. I can attest to that because I do it. So I wear it in the gym, and it's terrible for you. It's awful for you.
We were given the option to wear masks while playing hockey, and like there's one team that like did it. But like they're playing against a team that's not wearing masks with whether or not. And it's like, hey man, you do you. We're glad you like wearing masks, but we're gonna run around and try to breathe. Like
you're gonna be exhausted, but halfway through that,
How did that go?
Like I mean, to be fair, they were a good team that's played with each other for years, and my team was new, so we still got crushed, but we could breathe. You know,
short of breath.
Well, it's like 900 degrees here, and people are outside with them on running, and I'm like, how are you even breathing?
You're not getting your full amount of oxygen. I can tell you again. It's like I've never ever gotten winded running until I put a mask on. So I have to like rip it off once in a while when they're not looking. I just have to pull it down and.
Well, 9 times out of 10, no one has their noses in them here anyway. So you've got the diehards who are wearing the N95s, and then everybody else has got like a sock over their face, or nothing at all, or just something over their mouth.
Just like the different way people can go like. No, we're good. We're good.
Yes, the bandana thing is real. I had to go to the bank, guys. Oh my God. You have to wear a mask, as you know, to get into the bank. And the sign inside the bank was like, please remove your hat and sunglasses. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Oh, they're totally serious. I walked into a liquor store pretty early into back last year, and I was wearing, basically like this with a mask on.
Right.
And the guy was like, I can't walk into a liquor store like that. I get shot. I'm like,
right?
looking at myself like, yeah, I look pretty tough, but I'm not. But like, yeah.
Well, the tellers are all digital. So you get to the screen, and I've taken my mask or my sunglasses and my hat off, and she's like, you have to remove your mask. I'm like, really? You don't say. Like, why am I wearing one in here if I have to take it off? It's just weird. Just like, doesn't feel right to be masked up going into the bank, guys. Just saying.
Well, I just keep my 12 Sonic shades in my desk. You don't.
Yeah.
Our banks. The weird thing in California is like our banks, like everything closes randomly here for no reason. Like like business hours don't mean shit anymore. Like we'll go to your bank, it's online that it's open, it's not open. And it's and some Saturdays it is, some Saturdays it isn't. Yeah, you feel like little structural norms that were there are gone now. Like things are starting to degrade a little bit, like across the board here in California. I don't know what it's like anywhere else, but the state has like lost hope. Like this used to be a fun place to live, like a real fun place to live. People were fucking happy. They're like healthy around. Now it's like it's sad.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you, because I've got a friend in California who's a psychologist, normally a very smart, common sense and book smart person who has lost her friggin' mind over this shit, right? Like 2 masks. She went out and got this vaccine just because she wanted to do it for everybody else, that kind of a thing. Thought Antifa was a myth. Thought it was anti-Trump rhetoric. I'm like, are you serious? I had to send her pictures and videos, like for her to believe. This was early on, right? how are people in California adjusting now to the possibility of opening up now that they've been scared to death and locked in their homes, essentially?
Well, there's the partisans who are going to it's a great idea once it happens. And then I think there is a percentage of the population who is never going to leave their house again. Like they're cooked, they're done, freaked out. And I did
Which is pretty much my dad's girlfriend.
That's my boyfriend's one of his sisters.
Oh, I was saying that's pretty much what my dad's girlfriend will never leave her house again.
No, that there are people who are, who are probably the kind of people who own a medical encyclopedia and, those kind of people. So, yeah, I think that and, captivity hasn't been like real captivity, but I did a live stream on it. Once it's a year and we're right up at a year, you start losing your shit. Like absolutely, like any normal person loses their shit within 1 year because you start, because it's been a year since you've done your normal. You have to like really figure out a way to mentally trick yourself into dealing with it. And that's why go do routines. Is somebody sleeping?
It sounds like
somebody's snoring or something.
I heard somebody.
I thought someone was moving around furniture.
No, it was my friend probably walking across the floor.
No, it was definitely Cash's.
Oh my god, this is a haunted stream now. Yes, this is perfect. We get the creepypasta recording for a Nerdrotic stream.
Creepypasta.
With the vampires up on top with their shades on.
Yeah,
I don't have my shades. They're out in the truck.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
One of these days I'll break out my little diary that I had in prison, my prison diary, and you can see like a descent into madness.
Oh man!
Like,
rating quality degraded well.
See, that's what you call premium content, Gary. You
I
put
had
that behind the paywall.
way too many jokes in that moment. I'm glad I held them back.
Dude, no.
See, I feel like we did pretty okay during this because when we moved down here 10 years ago, I was a social butterfly, very out of my element here, so I don't leave the house much. We have a lot of health stuff going on with me and my kids, so for us, it was a decline the first 10 years. Like I only socialize when I go up north a couple times a year, but so when everyone was freaking out, I realized I've been prepping for 10 years for this, right? Like I'm used to not going anywhere and seeing anybody. So
how many preppers?
But I feel for other people.
Oh, I told you so. Well,
that was something in The Expanse that I really liked. Where like in that last season where they have to like steal stuff from the prepper, and it's like he's probably been like so excited for this shit, waiting it for years. Like, that's so true, and that just rang like that's been America for like ever since we did preppers on the History Channel, which is like they don't go together, but yeah. I've been impressed with how Americans have like failed to do like the classic American things. Like we're supposed to be like strong and resilient.
Speak out.
We're supposed to speak out. We're supposed to take no shit. And instead we've been like, oh, I'm scared.
Especially if you have like, I have Telegram, so I see all these videos from all over the world, all these other countries out in the streets protesting against their government and all this crap. And here we are doing nothing.
Well, I mean, we don't even
I
had a protest
in
right.
Iowa where they were like burning masks on the Capitol.
Well, let's not talk about that.
I did think it was funny how there was like some folks like seriously wearing their masks and some folks weren't. It's like
it's a mixed bag here. Yeah.
I wish we just have a little bit more respect for the individual that we so dramatically claim to have, because it's that kind of diversity of individualism that lets the good ideas and the smart ideas and the ones that can be battle tested rise to the top.
Well,
here we are with like bad shit ideas.
I think because you're saying I wish we had more respect for the individual, it's because some people don't. Like a lot of people don't. Especially if you just look on the interwebs. Yeah, tons of people just don't.
I get so surprised when people my age, people younger, like say stuff about like communism. Like, dude, I have a lot of history textbooks I could show you.
Right?
Like if you want to have communities, like good, like you want to have all these goals, you have to accept that, the slowest, best way of doing it is democracy, is individuality. Yeah, this is the cool government stream now. Yeah. The Men in Black one.
4 words for you, Ace. It wasn't real communism.
I love that one. Oh no. The best one is when people they're like, no, I'm not a communist. I'm a Leninist. I'm like, you don't know the difference. Like, I'm a Marxist. Have you read Marx? Seriously? Like, I have. It is fucking slow. The dude did not write in English. none of these people know what this shit they're talking about. And the second they try to sound like it, they don't. And all the nice internationalist aspects. Yeah, I'll stop.
I've been living on YouTube with Gary and everybody just because I can't even handle regular TV right now. It's just insane.
It's fucking garbage.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, hate to black pill this shit. I'm going to keep watching, but like WandaVision is a great example of like, it is literally, I know it's supposed to be 2 shows within a show. I get it. But like one show was good and the other one was fucking terrible, filled with intersectional feminism, all the tropes of Hollywood over the last 4 years. And that's just the way it's going to be for a while until they like completely go broke. And it's
like
such a bummer.
If White Vision got all his memories or however they've fused together sort of in the end there, why the hell did he just ditch Wanda?
Yeah. The reason he ditched Wanda is because it's intersectionalism. So
he's got to go cry about it for a while.
He can't help. They couldn't show Vision helping Wanda. There was one scene where he like finally goes, I'm going to go help her against Agatha. And Wanda stops him for some reason.
Yeah.
No reason at all. Don't even worry about like certain hexes won't work on the Vision at all because he's a machine.
Well,
so he could probably take Agatha Harkness out with, I don't know, the little laser beam on his head. And then he was down there cowering over the kids, and that's an intersectionalism move because we want to reverse the roles. We want to reduce toxic masculinity because it's toxic masculinity that's making the world horrible. I would argue it makes the world.
I would better, but
isn't
whatever.
it like, because what I say, I didn't see WandaVision because I don't have Disney Plus, but like, isn't what I saw people really appreciating was they're like, great, like we have a good relationship love story of these 2 characters, and we're going to see kind of what they're doing. And like, I was seeing the most praise for like that relationship and that chemistry, and that also seems to be what people are liking with like Superman and Lois. You're like, oh wow, like a normal couple, and they're like raising a family, like these very very basic things, like just super basic. You're like, people like a love story. People like seeing other people be happy and go through life's tribulation. Like that's what people like to see.
Yeah. I want to see people's struggles, and I need them to relate to my struggles. And then we're going to have a struggle session.
Yes.
It's like struggle, conflict is good. Obviously, conflict creates a story, but like there's things like the majority of people are still like, as for as much as people will say stupid shit on Twitter or Tumblr or whatever about their romantic proclivities, it's like most people still want to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Most people still want to get married.
One.
Most people still want to do this normal stuff that we've done for forever, But like Hollywood seems to be like, no, you don't want these things. Like you don't want a happy couple. You don't want children. You don't want fun adventures. Like, no, you can't have these things.
Yeah, they're bad now, and
Here's the thing. I think I'm sorry to interrupt, but isn't Disney a family-oriented? Well, it used to be. I know it's not anymore. But you would think that they'd want the families to have the kids so they'd be going to their amusement parks or see their movies, But no, now we're going to get rid of it. Why?
Common sense. Stop. No common sense.
Oh, I know. That's true.
Was it Gary? Were you the one who was saying that like sports fans' whole thing is they need sports fans to make new sports fans? Was that you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like it's like it doesn't make any sense to preach to like be a strong, independent woman and do like I was kind of again I'm living this show through other people, but hearing like Wanda had to give up, had to let go of like the husband and the children and all this stuff. I'm just like, oh, like that's really depressing.
And she had to do it to her full power. It was very, very similar to Wonder Woman when she got rid of Steve Trevor. She got her power back. That's an underlying theme that is most definitely there. She cannot have guidance from a man. She cannot be connected power-wise to a man. Captain Marvel was the best example. I mean, they gender swapped Marvel, the main character, the real Captain Marvel, who the fake Brie Larson Captain Marvel is derived from, because they couldn't have her receiving her power from a man, even though she just got it from an Infinity Stone, right? But it still was, the symbolism is there. And these are things they think about. And what it does is it derails the story. You're like, something doesn't feel right about that. because we're completely separating the men and women all the time. That's what doesn't feel right. They're not working together. And yeah, I think it would be great to see a family working together. The Fantastic Four, it's going to be real interesting to see. Sue Storm will be leading the Fantastic Four when Disney gets it. Trust me, she'll be the smarter one.
Yeah.
She'll be the leader. Not like Sue Storm, but Reed is the boss. Reed is, until, Fury came around, Reed was the smartest guy in the MCU, and it has to do with his power because his brain works like his stretching ability. He doesn't think linear. I can't use the word.
Linearly.
Linearly. Something like that.
Yes, I have to say it.
It's okay. I can't say the word specifically.
No, we're not going to wear scarves.
Just as long as it's neither Pacific, you can be specific.
The Pacific. Just say the Pacific, then you're fine.
Exactly.
The Pacific.
I just watched Phineas and Ferb Star Wars like 2 weeks ago, and I have to tell you, Disney did something right. That was amazing. Now, I know my expectations are low, but damn, that was a good movie.
Phineas and Ferb Star Wars.
Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. I know I'm late to that party because it's a couple years old, but I was bored and I watched it. I'm like, this is freaking good. And then I thought, wow, that's where my expectations are. But I love Phineas and Ferb, so maybe I'm biased. But I thought, wow, they should have got the person that did this to do the trilogy.
And that was probably made before everything went completely insane, and now cartoons are woke, everything's fucking woke.
Yeah.
Kevin crying.
I'm almost
done. I don't know if you saw on Friday Night Tights. He cried at the end of WandaVision. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Kevin Smith at this point would cry over a pastrami sandwich.
He would.
Yes.
Well, it does because it's got too much salt in it. He can't eat it.
I like a good pastrami sandwich, to be honest with you. I might get emotional. But
I mean, if it's done right, there's all that meat in the middle.
Man, I had
Can't eat it,
Japanese
it's too much
barbecue
salt.
last night. Oh my god,
I'm
a good
soft-
steak is amazing.
I'm a soft boy.
No, don't you dare say that phrase.
Yeah, don't say
No,
that.
that's Kevin Smith. It was like if you read what he actually wrote with that, it was like talking about how he's like, I cried over WandaVision because I'm a soft boy.
Ugh, he deserves
Who
all
admits
the
that?
stories.
Kevin
Good
Smith
boy.
says, "Good dog."
Oh, truck dog.
No, there's
If I
one
could get it to
cartoon.
freaking work.
to the
Venture Brothers ending made me want to cry.
you're all going to be on Nerdrotic Live when this is done.
That'd help us.
Yeah, we knew that.
Truck dog.
That's
Oh, that's fantastic. My real name's in the thing. That's okay. I didn't know how to change it. It's fine.
No. We know who you are.
I mean,
My name's
yeah, no,
Jack.
that's nothing wrong here.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. There's no stalkers out there. Or people.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm
They don't know where you're at. So I'm going to let somebody else in. I'm going to let you go with the last picture of the half of Az's picture.
All right.
Man.
The last half of the last half. Oh, you mean like that?
I know. I was thinking something else too.
That's Az's gift.
Looks awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
At least half of it.
How
Continues
long did it
above.
take Perry Chan to do that video?
It takes him. He does not sleep a lot. Perry works very, very hard. So. Yeah.
I showed that
is
to my husband, who has
glorious.
no idea what Friday Night Tights is, other than I'm obsessed, and they have to leave me the hell alone every Friday. And I showed him that. I put it on our TV, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!"
Well, I just got you a new member, so
Cool. Thanks. I appreciate that.
I'll see you guys later.
Take
Have
it
a great
easy.
night.
Bye.
Time at home. Drive safe when you hit the road. Okay, we're gonna go.
Yes.
Back to cartoons, I wanted to point out there's one I'm interested in that's coming out called Immortal on Prime. Is that on your radar at all?
You mean Invincible?
Invincible, sorry. Did I say Immortal? Invincible, yes.
Oh, that was a great comic for a while.
Robert Kirkman. Yeah, right. Did it premiere? Did I totally miss it? Oh my.
It didn't premiere yet. It comes out next week, I think.
Oh.
Oh, what's
It
that
has-
one about?
It has J.K.
Wow,
Simmons as the voice.
That comic was great for years.
Invincible. So
Oh,
Robert
God,
Kirkman. Guy who wrote Walking Dead.
Yeah. which that's kind of a down.
That's good. That's going to be brutal,
Yeah.
Gary. That comic was
That
bloody.
gas mask is epic. Can you put shades on those?
No, I can't. I can't get prescription lenses for the damn thing. I can't see a thing.
That's just like typical World War I.
But if you have a
common
proper
sense.
canister in that, you will definitely not catch the coof.
I didn't want to say anything. I'm old and I'm squinting, trying to figure out what the hell that person's wearing. But got you now. Okay.
Coming to a neighborhood near you.
Empty child.
Nice.
Are you mommy?
You're safe, buddy.
Are you my mummy?
Oh, by the way, that is the best action figure Doctor Who ever made was the little kid. Was the little?
Oh, you got that one?
Oh,
great episode. Great episode.
I had guests over last night, and they came into the studio, and the studio's insane. By the way, like this is nothing. I wherever I move next time, I want the back wall to be closer because this back
now I can see.
fucking miles away. Yeah, there's figures everywhere, and yes, they like the empty child one, and that's the cool thing about Doctor Who, that you can make action figures of old men, like and kids would buy them and play with them, of like balding old men with lab coats on and stuff. That's
got a William Hart
magic, man.
Balding men in lab coats. I just think of Beaker and that other guy from Muppets.
Bunsen. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yes.
Bunsen Honeydew.
Gary, is that your dad's ring hanging on your mic? I've always wondered.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
Lord of the Ring.
That's my ex-wife's my wedding ring from my previous marriage.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
Where's your Lord of the Ring ring?
I assumed it was your dad's or something.
Man, Nerdrotic lore here.
I don't know where my dad's is. That's so weird. I was just thinking about that. I had to call my mom. It's like, I haven't seen my dad's wedding ring in like a couple of years. I hope I didn't fucking lose it. But no, this is my old wedding ring from the first marriage. I thought it apropos to make it the one ring to rule them all.
Nope.
Funny story. I'm sure my ex-wife. So
Well, that follows directly with the producer, who apparently is the source of the One Ring on the Lord of the Rings. I really like my wedding ring. Well, everybody likes their wedding ring.
what's this? What do you mean the source? I'm lost there a little bit, Draco.
Oh, from the back, from the where the ring in the movie, The Lord of the Rings, came from. I can't remember the producer, but he's one of the producers from the appendices. He mentioned that his ring was they had created a ring and it was good, but I really liked the shape of my ring, so he offered them his ring as an example. And that was the ring that the One Ring is based on, which is essentially his wedding ring.
That's awesome. And I hope he's still married after all that.
Yeah.
His Hollywood chances are no. But yeah, it's thick. That's just like mine is too thin. But I mean, we were in our 20s and got married. Don't ever get married in kids. I know I have like no kids in my audience, but unsolicited advice from your old pal Gary: do not get married in your 30s. Never, ever, ever get married in your 30s. Wait till you're 40 to get married.
Wait, you just said 20s. Dude, I have to wait 10 more years to get married. It's not happening.
32. Sorry, 32, not 40.
I'm 46. I've been married since I was, I don't know, 23?
Yeah,
So
I
we're
got
all right.
My parents got married when they were 23.
Yeah, I wish I had. I really.
My oldest child made 34 yesterday. So if any of you feel old, now you don't.
That's how I know how long we've been married, because we got married when my first kid was 6 months old. Otherwise, I can't remember.
Hey, Junior, how old are you? How long we've been married?
My nephew will be 32 this year. First nephew.
Damn, man, I'll be 32 this year.
My son will be 32 this year.
I'll be 30 this year.
A bunch of youngins. I'm old. 46.
Ginger's going to
That's
be
not old.
30. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, baby.
Well, at least my red hair is not graying yet, so we're good. Just a little bit.
The younger end of your audience.
Yeah, well, you might be the 5%, which almost eclipses the female. So you're like a double thing.
A double representation, man.
0.4. Well, I mean, it went down to like 0.4. I think I have negative women watching now after Ryan.
I laugh hysterically when Ryan does his thing about like women had it so easy, and I'm like, you know what? He's not totally wrong. It'd be awesome to not have to work would be amazing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Here,
I've seen the housework. I don't think it's not working.
Yeah, and raising kids and housework is working.
I'm guessing Ryan's not married.
No, he is married, isn't he?
He is married. He's married and he's got kids.
He's got
One of the
kids, too.
funniest parts about all this, like comics divisions, like these are all guys talking about stuff. And if you were just listening, you'd be like, man, when these guys get married, like at least I wouldn't have time for this. Nope, they are all married. They all have kids.
No way.
They somehow find time to set up their private rooms to podcast and video stream about how much they hate this. Like they are
and their wives
how
put
much
up
it
with
matters
it.
to them.
I think I'm just trying to remember each of who has and how many kids.
What I love about that is like, number one, I find it wholesome and I can consider it a good thing in a healthy state of our society when people do those things. But I also just kind of like, people can be like, you stupid loser virgin, and I'm just like, these guys are married and have kids. Like,
Remember the one that was going for Count Dankula like that?
Remember, it's externalization. The ists call other people ists. The lonely people in their basement call other people lonely in their basement.
Projection.
Oh,
Gary found something.
6.5% female audience. It's going up.
yeah!
There you go.
Nice.
6.5. 6.5.
Well, I'm representing the female and the evil redheads, just so you know.
All right.
Excellent out of you. We need redhead representation.
Oh, see, there's a real ginger beneath in that box.
Yeah.
Ash, was that ginger too?
Agent Ginger? No, it's Agent Gender. Sorry, not Agent Ginger.
So how do I change my name next time I come in if I want to come in as my YouTube name?
You go on.
I think you'd actually click your name in the little bottom left corner there.
You can actually change it live.
Oh, that is how you do it.
Yeah, on the bottom, you hit the 3 little dots on the upper right-hand corner, and then hit name.
Well, okay. Well, I changed my YouTube name before to inject some common sense from what it was before, but when I came in today, it just came in as Elissa, so I was like, okay, hi.
Oh no, this is different from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually have a lot of 25 to 34s, to be honest with you.
Okay.
That's about a third of my audience. So 35 to 44 is the other third, and then 45 to 54 is 22.2%, and everything else is 7, 3, 7.5. Like 13 to 17 is 0.5, which
They should not be watching you.
You should not be watching my stuff. Go
do homework. Fuck
What
off.
about those of us who are almost about
Fuck
to
off,
bum
child.
their food?
This is why I'm not a parent.
Okay,
I had to come to grips with the idea that kids don't understand sarcasm earlier. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be bad when I have kids.
Well, I've got 2 out of my 3 kiddos that are on the spectrum, and I am highly sarcastic. So it's been my mission. And I have to say, my eldest, my 23-year-old, is phenomenal now at humor and sarcasm. My 18-year-old's getting there.
Let me just put it this way. This was like, I had the revelation. I'm like, I'm going to have to homeschool kids I have. Like, that's just, I don't know what to do about this. And then I was sort of like, I can't make jokes about space isn't real. Like, I have to hold off on that for a while. Damn.
Yeah.
Space isn't real because I haven't seen it. Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes. You know, Gary. By the way, World War II did not happen because I wasn't there.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree. Vietnam, complete myth.
Nope.
You know, they wouldn't teach us that in high school. They wouldn't teach us Vietnam War.
Yeah.
I graduated in 1993, and they refused to teach Vietnam War, even though the memorial was the cover of our history book. They refused to teach it. Our history teacher said it's because it was insensitive to do so because we had child vets. I'm like, I'm a vet. My dad's a vet. I mean, I want to learn. They couldn't teach it.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, my grandfathers were in World War II. Does that mean I can't learn about World War II? Because one got shot in the foot and went down
There
behind
was
enemy
no
lines?
World War II. There was
It's
nothing
a-
before I started. There will be nothing after I ends. This is the world.
Shot in the foot, not Ginger.
Yeah, he was
They wouldn't
flying-
even discuss
He was
it.
flying a plane, got shot through his plane, the bullet went through his foot, he crashed behind enemy lines, and that's how he got a Purple Heart.
Ow!
I don't know.
Not only did he get
This is-
shot in the foot, but then he had to go through a plane crash.
Yep.
I mean, that's one of the things about that's why war stories are so just phenomenal to
I
hear,
know.
because like they're just aspects of war that you just like. Yeah, no, I got shot, and then I went through a plane crash and survived. Like, oh
and then
my!
I was behind enemy lines for a while, so I had to survive for a few days, and then I found some guys who would take care of me, and it was okay. And I'd be like, yeah, G-Posse was awesome.
I'm pretty sure my great uncle Jack just liked wearing the uniform, but yeah, he got sent to North Africa.
Oh,
yeah.
The
Well,
only
man.
story I got out of my grandfather was I was a cook. I was
Was he in the Russian army?
no.
Okay, because
He
in the
was in,
no.
he was in France in 1918.
Oh, okay.
So the cook story may have been just a cover.
So
for
in
what really
Russia,
happened.
when they say, I was the cook, turns out that's like slang for lieutenant colonel. So just like you got to listen for when veterans talk, because sometimes what they say means something a little bit different.
Yeah,
a little bit different.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my other my grandfather who was in the Soviet Red Army. Yeah, he also got shot, and he went through Stalingrad and decided that I'm going to try to get to America, and it only took till the 50s.
He got there though.
Yeah,
isn't that great?
He got there.
He got here, and he was like, "I am not learning English. Fuck this."
My dad was on a ship outside of Vietnam, like never set foot. Well, I think he did this on shore leave or something like that. He set foot in there, but like never set foot there. Like when he was in the Navy and stuff. He was a medic.
Ooh.
And never pursued that career after Vietnam. Became an accountant.
Really?
Ever
Yeah.
got it. He just told me he was there. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Yeah, my dad doesn't talk
that is
about it
that's
too much.
the other connection. Is I have an uncle who did 2 tours in Vietnam as a infantry medic. He said nothing about what he went through.
Yeah, most
Nothing.
combat vets don't want to talk about it.
I mean, just the details are probably insane. Just
Yeah.
every single individual story, but
My dad.
he's the medic.
My
He's
dad
seeing it
still.
all.
My dad still has dreams where he's talking in his sleep, where he's over there, and I'm like, holy crap!
A lot of these kids, I mean, think back in the 60s, like in my dad's case, he was brought up in Roscoe, South Dakota. So like he wasn't a worldly guy. And that was his world. And it was the Midwest. People worked hard. People were nice. Then he goes over to like horror theater and starts seeing things like he probably saw, when he was like, he slaughtered pigs and stuff. But like when you see it happen to people, and it absolutely affected him. He wasn't a talky kind of dad. He wasn't a feelings person. And it was like really hard to get through to him unless we talked about sports or something like that. He just didn't say a lot, and you could, and it probably affected him the rest of his life.
No, neither of my grandfathers talked about. They were the type that were not interested in the revelry of it all. They were like, they did it because they were supposed to do it. That's what they were doing for their country at the time. But they didn't like do anything in the post like for the glory or anything like that. They weren't part of like vets groups or anything. They're just like, don't want to really relive that part of my life.
Remember when Hollywood was started glorifying? So like when the Vietnam vets got shit on, of course, when they came back from Vietnam all through the 70s. And then Hollywood decided to feel bad for it when America started getting a little more patriotic in the 80s when Reagan took over. And all of a sudden they started glorifying it, and the actors who were playing some of these Vietnam vets were the assholes who were spitting on the Vietnam vets before. That was fun to watch.
No, like the actor who went to Canada and then is like playing a Vietnam vet.
Fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
We got a few more minutes. Let's get Jester Stetson Gold and Jester Roanoke. I'll go another 10 minutes because they've been waiting.
I want to get one thing in first before I'll disappear. Is that, Gary, when you go on your road trip, I know you're going to go visit the person who must be canceled.
Which one?
It's the one in Pensacola.
Oh,
and if you are up to it, if I come down and say hi, you're only 4 hours. You're only 4 hours away, Pensacola.
If I hit Florida this trip, if not, it's going to be summer. I will let you all know, because I kind of want to be in Florida just by itself for 2 weeks because I want to go to Universal. Fuck Disney World. I don't ever need to go to Disneyland or Disney World ever again.
Orlando is about another hour and a half down the road, but
I'll definitely let you know. I'll make an announcement every town I hit. If anybody's anywhere, I mean, like Mesquite, Nevada is going to be one of the towns. If anybody's near Mesquite, Nevada, then I'll let you know.
Been through it, was not impressed, but that's just me.
I missed my chance when you were in New York. I don't think you're going to get that far north.
I wish I had so much fun in New York. And the best part was meeting you guys. That I just blew off the con, and me and Jeremy we met people in bars, and we all walked together through the streets of New York. It was so much fun. That was the best time.
Wear your mask.
And
Gary. If I had a gas mask, I would absolutely wear one.
Yeah, sure. If I had a gas mask, fine.
That's
walk into the Safeway, pick up my berries.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
I just came on to say thank you for entertaining me for the past year. I've been going through some tough times, and you guys have been great.
You're welcome. And thanks for the thumbs up in all the live streams. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep doing that.
Oh, well, I mean, we've all been going through a hard time, but I mean, I've gotten a lot of emails, and it's strange. I mean, it fires me up too, but it's people have told me they've gone through some really hard shit. And I try to respond to every one of those. And if we can help in any way, shape or form, cause you've helped us too. I mean, it's very reciprocal. We would all be insane if it was.
No, I'm very well off in many ways. I think life is a blessing. So
hung like a horse.
I'm just here to say thank you, Jared.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Right. Have a good one, everyone.
Take care. Not another dime.
I'm probably gonna hop off as well.
Gary, I'll drop out and give someone a shot as well, man. I appreciate you as always. Had a great time, and I love your videos and everything in your streams, buddy. So you're the best, man.
Clobbering times. You do well.
Clobbering. Thanks, man. It's clobbering. I'm doing show number 800 this Thursday, so I don't know why I'm a little out. That's a lot, but I don't know why I'm around.
That's
Take
awesome.
care, man.
Yep, I'm probably gonna hop off as well. I'll be on JT's channel later tonight.
You're going to be on Jake D's tonight, Ironcaster? Yep. Okay.
And catch you guys later.
Check out Jake D's channel. He is a member. He's a fellow member out there. He's a good guy. He does the live streams. We love Jake D. Shout out to Jake D.
This is looking like the coolest stream right now with everyone.
This is the coolest. We are the cool club.
Hang on.
I feel like I'm filming the bloody Witch project or something, this handheld. I'm so missing having a PC. Hello, everyone, by the way.
Hello.
I am so scared.
Yeah, all right.
I am so scared. I like the Blair Witch Project.
Ace, what are you doing?
I think he's trying.
That's sort of how it's filmed,
cam.
right?
Oh,
Gary, have you seen Hell House?
Hill House? Yes.
Hell House LLC.
Oh, Hell House. No, I haven't seen.
Oh my God, there's 3 of them, but the first one's by far the best. It's on Amazon. You gotta check it out.
I've seen Motel Hell.
No,
I remember seeing that.
It's Hell House LLC, and it's about a group of people who open up a haunted house. They kind of go places to places, but this place ends up being really haunted. It's awesome.
Cool.
It's like a found footage without the jerky cameras.
Hell House LLC.
Yeah, if you're ever going to get abducted and there's found footage, make sure you are steady with that can. No more.
Exactly.
Stop running around.
Have
Jesus.
some pride in your work, damn it.
Yeah.
Hail.
¿Qué
pasó?
So how is everyone? Has everyone had a good week? Has everyone been enjoying the Superman things, which I gotta say I was really hesitant. I was so hesitant to watch. I was kind of like, oh, screw you, CW. I watched them and I was like, God damn it, they did it. They know how to do it. They just they've been pulling this woke stuff purposefully, not because they're idiots, but this has all been organized. So it was bittersweet, but we'll see where it goes.
Well, you're right. It absolutely exposes that this is organized. This is infiltrated, organized BS. The stuff that remember all the stuff we were called a couple of years ago. You're crazy. You're seeing things. So now when Hollywood just goes, hey, let's just try to write a good show, and they did it on the effing CW, which means like the world's about to end. Like this is it, folks.
Well, and then the ratings
Aliens
are
are coming.
amazing, right?
They're good. They're good. They're not. I wish they were better, but it's when they add because with the CW, all the ratings have been going down, and I would say
the ratings are solid.
Most
And-
people watch it on.
But I saw a news headline where it was like #1 crazy something. Let me look it up.
It got renewed for season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Hopefully.
If
As
it
it
doesn't
probably
go to shit.
should.
Yeah, like if it doesn't collapse by the end.
Yeah, if they don't pull a bait and switch halfway through and
I
suddenly.
mean, I think that's kind of the fear. And it's a legit fear. Is something starting off really strong, and then it, that like.
That's what happened with all their shows.
Yeah.
Arrow, Flash.
Isn't
Flash
it
everything
funny
turned.
how the best things that have been received have been had this family dynamic? I loved Vision and Wanda with their family dynamic, and I love the Superman stuff with their family dynamic. And I'm not trying to be like this old-fashioned person when I'm saying it. I'm just going, ooh, this
stick of the
this seems to be doing
Well,
I'm not
old-fashioned
old-fashioned
is
at
before
all,
Crazy
and I like
Town
that stuff.
Came about.
I like good stories.
It's because people like those things. It's because that is normal to most people.
Yeah, I mean, for the
Gas.
so for the CW, it's a huge hit as far as the numbers.
Yeah, you wonder how much better they could have done if they hadn't,
I'm
just
looking at
literally
the-
pissed away so many viewers with crap shows like Supergirl and Batwoman and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, I don't get the same warm feeling at the pit of my stomach when an angry black woman tells me how awful I am, even though I'm from the UK and I'm sure I don't know how much I've got to do with what she's talking about.
You don't relate to somebody pointing at ACAB and all that, and
Not unless
give
she's
you
hiring a
warm
taxi.
feeling.
Okay, I know. Here it is, Gary. The new streaming record.
A new streaming record. Oh, right.
Right.
Good.
Largest streaming numbers the CW has ever had, pulling 3.5 million total viewers over 7 days.
That is great.
Yeah.
That's just streaming. So
That's
not-
just streaming.
Right. Okay.
Well, I personally,
Yeah.
am
I
just
knew I
waiting
saw
for
that
it
headline
midway.
somewhere, so I was like,
Excellent. I'm gonna do a video. I'm just fuck it. I don't care how well it does. I'm gonna do a review of Superman and Lois because you know what? We got to point out. I think it's very important to
When
point
they
out.
get it right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so.
yeah.
What's weird is
And
they-
we also have
it's well over
to
10 seasons.
support our. We also have to support our celebrities and comedians that come out and take a stand, like Gabriel Iglesias did last night, where he tweeted, "You can't catch me. I play the voice of Speedy Gonzales in the new Space Jam movie. Try to cancel me. You can't catch me. I'm the fastest mouse in Mexico." And, that was an awesome tweet, Gary.
Yes, it was.
I sent it to you on Twitter, but
I will retweet it, and that's fucking because I love fucking Speedy Gonzales.
I love Speedy. I love Fluffy. I mean, he's got a hit show right now on Netflix. So I'm it's so refreshing to see our celebs just take a stand, man. Jesus. And that's all I got.
As we end this, I think
Yeah.
we have a new Perry Chan video that I'm going to premiere for you.
Ooh.
Yay!
And I put the CW link in the chat, in the private chat.
Show that first. So let's do that first.
Does anyone know if you have a VPN and access a streaming site like maybe D+, do they get the view credit, or does that make sense? Like if
I'm
I
assuming
access
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Everything that's legal gives them view credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we watch Disney Plus right now on someone else's password. So
that works.
That we're not paying for it. That's
That works.
exactly right. So
At least it's not, you're not paying out of your pocket.
yeah, just sucks that they still get the view.
yeah, it does.
I just want to say I want Draco's shades.
Man, Lois sets a new streaming record for CW. That is fucking great. I'm going to include that in my review. Let's pass on the good.
But why didn't Batwoman get it?
It's a horrible.
Because it's bad.
Some studio executive going, what? These figures aren't adding up here.
It's because you're racist. That's why.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Grimm on NBC?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I have seen some of that.
I think she was in it.
Yeah, she was. She was. I thought Grimm was pretty good for a little while.
It was all right. You know, like it was fantasy, and so I didn't mind that.
Ace, that's my only thing with the show is Lois, the casting. She looks a little crypt keeperish. I'm sorry.
She's a very rigid.
Just eat a sandwich, Lois. I can't. I'm too busy.
I
Like,
love
she's,
Emmanuel, whatever her name is, who plays Lana Lang. She's beautiful. She was in Entourage for years.
The brunette.
The brunette.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking,
I can't even say her name. It's like a real exotic name. But she plays Lana Lang. I'm like, can you guys just do a switch?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She's
Does Clark think that? I wonder.
I would, if I made a prediction, it would be that after several good episodes, eventually either Clark's going to be a bad absentee father and he's going to fall for Lana and there's going to be an affair. Just throwing that out there because I think I'm totally black-pilled on that stuff.
Whoa.
I would expect there's going to be a problem with Lois Lane's dad, but again, these are logical things. I don't mind them exploring if Superman goes bad. The thing is, what they've established throughout DC is Clark Kent's like a good person. He was raised so like even if he lost Lois or lost his kids, he wouldn't burn the world for it. It's only when his mind gets taken over and stuff. And I mean, we figured that the big bad this year is going to end up being Superman versus Superman, right? So what happened from the other world, and I'm down. I'm totally down because I think they've purposely made this out to where it's going to be the world against the family. It's going to be everyone telling them that this family can't be together. It's impossible what you're doing. But I think the through line will be if they stick together, they'll be okay. And that would be a really good fucking message to send. Now,
that to keep the family unit is a good thing. What are you talking about, Gary?
I know it's so weird, and Disney has been so anti-family unit, and it was brought up early. Like what the hell? They're supposed to be they're not a family corporation. They're awful. And let's remind them every day that the government they work with and Doctor Who and the BBC, China, if you're gay, you can. That could be a mental disorder, which is nobody says a fucking word about that.
I just heard that the other day. What the hell?
Horrible.
You just heard
when I watch the BBC now, it is like watching state media. It is like watching Clown World. I can only watch independent creators now. People who aren't tied to this stuff. I just can't. I can't watch normal television now. So it was mentioned before actually, and I was like, it does
But
feel
they're
like
the best producers of comedy these days. Like, what was it? Biden showers people with the money. That got clowned on.
I don't really want to know what Biden showers people with, to be honest with you. But yeah, that sounds
Start your sentence with Biden showers is just an opening.
Who? What?
Noun, adjective, still don't like it.
Did you see they cut his feed the other day when he did a conference or something? The White House cut his feed.
Like, I'll take your open questions.
They like to touch the hairs on my legs.
And that's our president.
The Kyle Dunnigan stuff is the
So
best.
when are you going to do your Superman and Lois reviews then? If you're going to do it.
I've got a Doctor Who video.
Oh, that's me.
90% done, and then the WandaVision review is going to be Monday.
What does that sound?
And Superman and Lois will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know.
Did you see Coming to America?
I did not see Coming to America.
Oh, I hear.
Was it good?
I hear.
As soon as I saw Leslie Jones, I was like, I'm out.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
out.
it has Leslie
She actually was. She
Oh,
actually was
she's
very-
in that.
She's actually very funny.
When she goes, oh, we're in Wakanda, and I'm just like, nah, and I'm in the next room, love. See you later.
You know what? Here's the thing, bro. That she's the least problematic of that movie.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, she's actually funny. She's not, she's not in it a lot.
Is it
She's
just not
actually funny,
or is it?
It's intersectional. It's bad storytelling. They make Akeem to be less of a man than what he idealistic romantic that he was.
And he's the bad absentee father.
Tom convinced me from Midnight's Edge because at first I actually did enjoy and I did laugh, but then when they were picking it apart, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, I was looking for.
And Eddie Murphy was saying he went through like loads of iterations of the script, and it took him years to decide. Oh, happened to find the best script after all these years, and it's this. Come on,
they suckered Paramount Plus or Amazon or whoever bought it. I mean, these are direct video things. Like most movies are gonna suck now. They're so homogenized and
correct.
Eddie, man, you know
I love Eddie. That sucks.
I know. Eddie's a legend. He'll always be a legend to me.
Oh my God, Ron Delirious.
They're gonna do Beverly Hills Cop 4, and he's planning to do stand up.
Oh God!
So I just
like PG-13 stand up.
PG-13, yeah.
Well, if it's anything like
Gary hit the nail on the head there. It's becoming so homogenous that you really are going to have to either go back in time to find older stuff, or you're going to have to really find out what's good because there's just so much mush. All entertainment feels like mush lately.
I just wait for Gary to review
well, Jeff said like the other night on World Class Bullshitters, he was saying like for the last 20 years it hasn't felt like we've had a proper culture and we keep going backwards. And I was like, oh my God, that's true. It's really true. The last 20 years I felt so like something is missing, and it's all this rehashed reality TV. I don't know.
Arrested Development. But we got to wrap the thing up. I got to play this video and get out of here. What were you saying, Paulie? You were saying something?
I was just gonna go into a whole thing of how it's just everything. It's pervasive in our culture. I mean, but Luis Guzman spoke out saying that there's other killers and other problems in our community other than this pandemic. We have to look beyond it, and people were shocked. It's like, yeah, and sorry guys, yeah.
Did you send me that tweet you said, or did you just tweet?
I can DM it to you, bro.
Yeah, DM it, and I'll share it. We need to hear more of that.
Not to take the black pill, but it's almost like it's a distraction.
Yeah.
The pandemic. The pandemic. Like,
well, I mean, it's bad. It's a distraction.
It's a killer.
It's a killer.
Oh yeah.
It is also there's much there's
they're
actually,
using it for other things.
Yeah, no, it's been used. It's been political. It's a political fucking football.
Yeah,
it's not the only killer, and there are 10 other killers for men in America that are worse than this, and that's what Luis Guzman was bringing up. And it was like, it's like I said, it's great when the people that we love in entertainment actually make some common sense.
Show some stones. And
stones.
Here we go. The latest. This is, by the way, to set this up a little bit. I opened up memberships on Nerdrotic Daily to help fund Perry Chan, for Perry Chan. So it's gonna be a flat rate, and like if you don't have the money, that's cool. But you get access to the videos early. So everything he does, he'll give you access early. And here is his membership video, which I have not seen. I'm watching it for the first time with you guys. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.
It's a nice tail. Nice.
It's the T. Louis 2 level, by the way. It's the T. Louis 2 tier. That's what we've called it, the memorial. T. Louis 2.
That's great.
Well, thank you, Perry Chan. We love you. We love you.
Nice job, man.
Good job, yeah, as always.
And thanks, everyone. Sorry I couldn't get everyone in.
No, I was late. It's okay, man. Good to see everyone.
We will, we'll do this again next Sunday, and we do it every Sunday.
Hey, Gary, I put the links in the private chat. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Me too.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Gary. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Yeah,
Good
thanks,
seeing you
Gary, for running
guys.
These streams, they're great.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to say as well. What Geeks and Gamers are doing for the charity stream and Zack Snyder and stuff. My mind was blown. I was watching pretty much the whole day of different channels of Geeks and Gamers, because all the content was just so entertaining and amazing. It was just mind blowing, man. Really, really good stuff. This is like a golden age at the moment.
They're doing some
I
good stuff
definitely
out
don't
there.
feel black.
That was our surprise for Friday, just to reset that we couldn't say anything because we were waiting for a video and it was supposed to get announced on Friday Night Tights. But then Zack Snyder let it flip that very night. So Jeremy called me, he's all, the cat's out of the bag. And Jeremy was worried, rightfully so, that the haters would come out because of the association. And this is all for charity, by the way. This is all, and Zach.
Well, exactly. What can they say? And it's like we're making a shit ton of money for charity here, and you're going to have a go at us. Okay, fine, but we're still going to do this. You've got nothing on us.
Stop associating with racists.
Yeah,
it's guilty by association, and it's nonsense.
Well, and they don't know.
I gotta remember to subscribe because it's on Uche's channel, right?
Yeah, it's going to be on Uche's channel. I thought it was going to be on Geeks and Gamers, but it's on Uche's channel, and the link is up already. They've already raised a few $1,000s. So we'll
over 6, I heard.
Yeah. It's not until March 17th. So I'm going to shout it out probably today and then every couple days until it's all for a great cause. Zack Snyder's a cool guy. By the way, you're going to see people trying to. Zach has talked to Jeremy. Zach is fully aware of what Geeks and Gamers is. He's fully aware of, Jeremy told him straight up, like, I am fuck Hollywood all the time. And he was completely fine with it.
Yeah,
So,
Zach was fine. He's like
Nice.
a human, right? A normal human.
he's a dude.
Real quick, that's Fluffy's response. That's the lead who plays Speed. He's playing Speedy in the Space Jam movie. This is an op-ed piece that came out in New York Times a couple of days ago that calls this a corrosive stereotype and Pepe Le Pew rapey culture.
Yeah, well, there's always people out there wanting to go out and defend people who don't need defense or say things on other people's behalf.
Yeah.
So what I love is that Fluffy actually said, well, hey, I'm the voice. Am I going to get canceled now?
Yep.
Yes.
No?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Also
they do
a
that.
great vocal pick because he's got range.
Oh,
and
yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
and damn, that's a good pick.
And who wrote the article at the New York Slimes? Who wrote the article? Was it a lifetime academic or a 23-year-old intern who has no idea how the fucking world runs? I like, that's why we like these institutions are dying, and it's good. Yep. It's absolutely good. I mean, we need media. We need to keep the government in check and each other in check. And I think we'll just do it as long as we get rid of fucking cancel culture and fight it tooth and nail. And don't ever let this shit rest. Don't ever let Disney forget what they did. What they crossed the line with Gina Carano, and it's obviously hurt them because now they're introducing fucking rocks.
I was just gonna say that. What the hell?
We come back around.
So
just some guy did a video and his thumbnail was, yes, we finally gave up trying.
Yeah.
The New York Times columnist is Charles M. Blow.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I've heard of that guy.
Check him below. He's great.
There you go.
Fucking rock.
American journalist Charles
Chucky Blow.
was an American journalist, commenter, and op-ed columnist for the New York Times. He's my age, and yeah, it's my generation. I just gotta, I want to smack the generation. I really do. Except for the good ones out there, you're good. But
just somebody looking to make a scalp. But thanks again, Gary, for doing the streams.
Hey, you're welcome, and thank you for coming on. Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll be back next week, and this one will be on Nerdrotic Live. So prepare yourselves.
Oh dear.
Is the Inquisition tonight?
Yes, there will be Inquisition tonight.
Awesome.
At 6:15. Bye bye.